Welcome to today's live stream. I'm super excited to welcome you here today. Before we get started and get into the Really For Real live, this is obviously a pre-recorded video where I can tell you a couple things and then we can get started. So honestly, what I'm doing is buying myself time to turn the camera on and make sure that everything sounds good. But while we do that, while we wait for myself, let's go ahead. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm super excited to welcome you here today. Before we get started and get into the Really For Real live, this is obviously a pre-recorded video where I can tell you a couple things and then we can get started. So honestly, what I'm doing is buying myself time to turn the camera on and make sure that everything sounds good. But while we do that, while we wait for myself, let's go ahead and comment below. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Maybe let's start with your name and where you're watching from. And then also I'd love to hear about maybe the latest project you're working on or your favorite software. So if you can post a link below, go ahead and post a link to your portfolio. We'd love to check it out and see what you're up to. And maybe even let us know what your favorite software is or maybe your favorite subject. Do you like web design or print design or making t-shirts or logos or branding? I don't know. Go ahead and comment below and let us know. We'd love to check it out. And then also, if you'd love to see what I'm up to, you can check out my work at derekmitchell.com. You can see some YouTube videos at youtube.com/DerekMitchell. And then also live streaming at behance.net/Mitchell's Garage. So you can check me out there. And then did I say Instagram? I don't know if I said Instagram yet or not. Instagram.com/DMitchellDesign. So hopefully there's links and buttons and stuff here. Right there. Anyway, all right, guys, we're about to dive into some really cool stuff. Feel free to comment in the thread, and I'd love to, again, see what you're up to, and I'll try and answer your questions as we get going, but let's go ahead and dive in. Today's video is sponsored by the Graphic Design Bootcamp. If you're looking at becoming a graphic designer and you want to learn more about Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, creating real-world projects that clients would actually pay you for things like logos, business cards, letterhead, and much more. Check out the link below for more information and a deep discount to get started today. Hey, what's up, Michael? Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Watching all the way from Scotland. Today's video is sponsored by the Graphic Design Bootcamp. If you're looking at becoming a graphic designer and you want to learn more about Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, creating real-world projects that clients would actually pay you for things like logos, business cards, letterhead, and much more, check out the link below for more information and a deep discount to get started today. What's up, Caitlin? Welcome back from Pennsylvania. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining. Can't hear me. My mic is muted. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be fun. Jenna's in the house. Kids are in the house. Animals are in the house. It's going to be just chaos. What's up, Facebook user? Facebook user says, hey. We know who you are. And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to today's show. Super pumped to welcome you here. We got some aggressive music for a Saturday morning. I don't mind though. It's kind of fun. I almost said good morning when I went to go I got some of these some energy drinks for the show. We're doing some giveaway today. Today's show is sponsored by Bang Energy Drinks. I have an unhealthy addiction to these things. Anyway, when I went to go pick them up, I was like, good morning. Wait, it's still morning, right? I was really confused when I went. So that was fun. Guys, so good to see you. Can you hear me okay? Is there any echoing? I've been playing with some new setup, all kinds of new gear, having so much fun. It's going to be a really fun show today. Oh, there's Daisy saying hello. Daisy's our little Yorkie. Kids are playing piano. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to have a lot of fun. I've got a whole list of giveaways that I get to do. Michael, for being the first one in the show today, you get something. Caitlin, just for showing up again, you get something. You get a car. Everybody gets no cars.
Not cars.
Here, they can't see you.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Scoot over.
Of all the space.
I know, right?
I'll be in and out, but
Cool.
yeah, let's do a couple of Bang party packs.
Party packs. All right.
Party packs.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. So Michael's in Scotland. Shipping could be an issue.
I will figure it out.
We will get you either a Bang party pack just for showing up, or a digital gift card of some kind. That goes across the water a little bit easier. You can
Make
ship
sure
that over.
you guys send us your address to Complete Graphic Design.
Bring Georgia.
At gmail.
It's all right. Bring her in. Georgia, come
I
here.
don't know if they can hear me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. If you win a prize today, jump in and what am I trying to say? Too many things. If you win a prize, email us.
Address. So Michael and
Caitlin, email us at completegraphicdesign@gmail.com to redeem those prizes. Hey, what's up, Kadisha? Although, man, it's been so long. You are one of the Vault members. Thanks for jumping in. And I know that you go by another name, and now I'm drawing a blank because I've got a million things going on. But thanks for jumping in. So good to see you here. Say hi, Georgia. This is Georgia. This is our 1-year-old. Just got up from a nap.
still has my Furbies and everything.
Yeah. All right. So we got some giveaways. Fun stuff. So good. Kadisha, you get a prize too, just for being here. All three of you. So pumped. So Kadisha, you've got my email as well. And just email completegraphicdesign@gmail.com. We'll get you hooked up. All right. 3 prizes down. We've only barely begun. This is going to be fun. We're going to do a 3-hour stream. Might have to take a break in the middle to fix batteries on cameras. I don't know. This is the first time I've gone live this long. Things could melt. That's all right. We're down for that. Oh, Georgia.
Great.
Say hi, Georgia.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. There you go.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to work. You're welcome, Caitlin. Thank you so much. All right. So also, if you are on Behance, I don't know if I can see your comments, and I just thought of that. So I am streaming at behance.net. That's going to be probably my new streaming home where I'll be having lots of fun. And YouTube. Yep, YouTube. And big announcement. I deleted Instagram and Facebook from my phone. Just privacy issues. Wasn't super comfortable with that. So the group is still there. There's still like 17,000 strong in that Facebook group that we have set up. Don't know how much longer, if we're going to keep that open, if we're going to close it down, but I take security and privacy issues very seriously. So want to have the best experience for our group and keep it safe and fun. And so that's what we're doing. We are actually moving to a new platform called Tribe. Details probably came to you in the email if you get my email. If you don't get my emails, be sure to check it out. If you go to derekmitchell.com, let's jump in there real quick and check that out. Let's see. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of my website, join the newsletter, sign up here, and then that way you'll be able to stay in touch with me with everything that I've got going on. Lots of fun stuff, lots of giveaways, lots of new tutorials. I'm making new courses. In fact, I'm launching a brand new course on Skillshare probably this week, actually. We're just putting finishing touches on it right now. So that'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. So much goodness, so much fun, guys. I'm stoked to be here today doing this stuff with you guys. So how are you? What's new in your world? It's Saturday. You guys are spending your Saturday with me. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining in. Caitlin, join tribe. Looks nice. Awesome. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, I don't even, it's so fresh. I can't even remember the link. When Jenna gets back up here, she's taking care of kids real quick. She'll come back up and join us. We'll get links going and all that kind of fun stuff. Hey, from YouTube as well. What's up? Thanks so much for joining. All right. So what we're going to do today, we are going to have lots of fun. We're doing tons of giveaways, and we are going to be making a logo design. Jenna's phone is over here ringing somewhere. Can you hear that? Hold on. All right. She walks out of the room and leaves her phone. Cool. So what we're going to do today, we're going to be working on a logo design for our brand, and we are going to be making a random, we're going to use a random number generator. It's going to be a lot of fun to come up with a brand. So let's get some stuff going on here. Let's change to this view here, and let me move this here. Just get my stream set up. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some random number generating, and we are going to create a brand based on random words. Does that sound like fun? All right. I need my sidekick. Where is Jen? All right. Yugesh, I was a user from Facebook. Since you deleted your Facebook, it notified me as Facebook user rather than, oh, gotcha. Cool. All right. And then, hey, from London. Thanks for joining. Is it Raluca? I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so let's get to work. This is going to be fun. Also, bear with me. In the past, things have kind of crashed. I've continued to refine my setup. Hopefully, it stays strong today. Once we get into Illustrator, we're about to find out. Awesome, Caitlin. Stoked to see where we go with this. All right, let's get to work. I wish Jenna was up here. Should we wait for her, or we're just going to go for it? What's up from India? Thanks for joining, Arush. All right. Let's just play with this. Let's just do it. Let's just get a couple ideas. Oh, thanks, Marcy. Switch over from Behance. That's what I was doing too. I was pulling up comments in Behance, and we will get this worked out. I'm super pumped. Like I was saying, I'm going to be streaming on Behance. This is going to be my new home for live streams, but the comments apparently are not pulling in all the way yet. So let's kind of play with this and get that figured out real quick. It's 2 seconds. 2 seconds. There we go. Are your comments going to pop up? Can you guys hear Daisy down there? She's fierce. Letting everybody know it. Okay, I'm not seeing chat info on Behance. All right, we'll get it worked out. So if you're going to join me in the chat, Facebook and YouTube seem to be the best ways to catch me today. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Let's get to work. So I've got this list that Jenna made for me with a bunch of adjectives. We've got some nouns, and then we've got a type. All right. So if you want to follow along, if you can watch me and follow along, let's have some fun with this. I wish there was a way that I could see what you guys are working on and we could kind of go back and forth. Maybe a Zoom call. I don't know. That sounds like chaos. Hey, from Indiana. Thanks for joining, Ryan. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. All right. So let's grab a random number. Let's generate a number. 15. Classic. All right. So what I'm doing is generating a number. We're going to go down the side here, find the number. We're going to get classic. Let's go ahead and jump into Illustrator 2. And this is where it could all go very, very sideways. Hope not. Let's go to a new print file. And I like to work in inches to make sense to my brain, being in the States and all. I changed my orientation here to a landscape just because it takes up more real estate on my screen, right? So it's easier to see what I'm doing. And color mode, CMYK is fine. To be honest, everything I do in Illustrator, when you set up a file, doesn't really matter that much because being vector, it's just super easy to change whenever you want. So, hey, Illustrator's keeping up with me so far. Has anybody else had issues with Illustrator just tanking on them, or is it just me? I feel like since the update, something weird with my system, it is not happy. So I'm a little nervous today. It'll be good. It'll be good. Also, I just realized I'm missing, what's going on here? I got it. I just threw my phone off the desk. No big deal. I think what's happening is my tunes got hijacked by this Bluetooth speaker. We're just going to fix that real quick. You guys are so awesome. All right. Let's fix this. Let's get our tunes going back again because I can't design without tunes. What about you guys? What kind of playlist do you listen to? Are you a like Spotify, Apple playlist user, and what kind of music do you listen to when you're designing? A lot of times, have you guys heard of Tycho? Tycho's really good. I wish I could play their stuff, but I can't on stream, or I'll get what is it, DMRC or whatever strikes. So currently, I'm playing from Epidemic Sound, and she's back. You left your phone and it went crazy. We've got a lot of people tuning in today. I'm super pumped. Okay, so we got one word in, and then I told them I was going to wait for you.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And I think
What's our first word?
Okay, classic, which is kind of funny. All right, so we're going to jump into Illustrator, and they can't see me. Let's go to Screen and Picture. Classic is our first word. All right, I think I want to do like 2 or 3 rounds of this.
Okay.
All right, let's find...
Do it quick, and then I got to go dump
the kids off. All right. Random songs on Spotify. Ask them what they listen to. Country music on Pandora. Yes. Caitlin. Actually, it's the favorite, my most favorite concert. Okay, there's 2. First of all, let's put a pin in that. 19. All right, 19. We've got Umbrella. Oh! You know what's funny is these numbers are following the sample you did earlier. We did it multiple. It's all right. This is going to be really fun. All right, so we've got the classic Umbrella. Please be. I might just force it to be what I want it to be. Let's see.
No, to see what comes up. It's the thrill of the hunt.
6. All right, 6.
Association.
Okay, that's okay. That's, you know. All right, so if you guys are following along, you should do something like this. It would be fun. And we'll update your portfolio. Okay, let's go back to the generator here. I really liked Coalition. That just sounds so cool. Or the Collective. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'm going to throw that in here as like an option just because I can. All right. I'm just stoked that Illustrator's hanging on right now and not crashing on me. Panic at the Disco. That is good stuff. Michael says Spotify. Random songs on Spotify. Country music. All right, we got some good stuff. What's up, Kimberly from SoCal? Switched over from Behance. Thanks for joining us here. I will get that figured out because, like I said, Behance will be the new home for me to be streaming. I just can't see your comments yet, so it's all right. We'll get it figured out. All right, so what we're doing, if you're just joining me live, we're having fun doing a bunch of giveaways. We'll do another giveaway soon when Jenna gets back up here. And then we're using a random generator to generate numbers, and then I've got the spreadsheet where we're picking words because we're going to build a brand. Well, I guess I was going to do a logo, but maybe we go all out and we build a brand. Okay, so the first words we got was Classic Umbrella Association, but I'm going to make it Classic Umbrella Coalition. Maybe? I don't know. Association. Quick, let's take a vote. Should it be association or coalition? And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to save my file real quick before we get too far down the road. I'm throwing on my desktop. Let's call this, let's make a new folder for this actually. Design Live. Let's see, let's call this Classic. Okay, back to the chat. What's the vote going to be? Hey, Kimberly, thanks so much. She signed up for all my classes. That means a ton to me. Thank you so much for your support. Caitlin says association. All right. Association sounds good. All right. Oh, so man, everybody says association. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So we are going to do the Classic Umbrella Association. Oh, shoot. Anybody watch the Umbrella Academy on, is it Hulu or Netflix? Spell that right? I hope so. And we might do a couple brands. So let's do a subfolder in here. Classic Umbrella Association. Words are hard, guys. Words are hard. Okay, we'll throw it in there. Save it. Boom. All right. I don't want to lose my work. I've been working very hard on this white document so far. Okay, something else I'm noticing too in stream, kind of getting this figured out. Can I keep this in every... all desktops. There we go. Okay, I wanted to make sure I could see your comments on all. I've got multiple screens going on. All right, let's play. Yeah, good song. Are you talking about from, is that the one from Panic at the Disco you're talking about? Is it Yugish? Yugish? Sorry. Again, words are hard. All right, let's do this. Classic Umbrella Association. So, all right. We need some colors. Classic Umbrella Association. I immediately think red, but all the logos I do are red. What else could we do? I think blue because of water. If you were the client, Matt from Arkansas. Thanks for Joseph. Thanks for joining in. glad to have you here. All right. So I need some colors. Let's jump into Behance real quick. Behance is my favorite place to get inspiration currently. There's lots of other good ones. Where do you guys get your inspiration from? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to be looking for some colors. Let's just go for like branding. Go aqua. Okay. Let's jump in here. Let's throw down some aqua colors. I'm going to open up an app called Visualize so you guys can see my keystrokes. Maybe that'll help. If it's distracting, let me know. Let's see. All right. Aqua. Let's go. So many ways to work. Random artists on Google. All right. Aqua. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to jump back into Behance and go aqua and see what speaks to me here. Lots of choices. Actually, I like this too. So I'm going to do Command Shift and the number 4 to take a quick screenshot of this. Screen grab, screenshot, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. And then before I let go, I can switch to this camera. Boom. There we go. So before I let go, I hold down the control key. Then I let go, and it copies it to my clipboard so I can jump back into Illustrator. Pinterest is the main go-to. Oh, no. So then sometimes when I do that, my mouse disappears. So I hit Command-Shift-4 again. I'm gonna hit Escape, and it comes back. I don't know. Weird bug. All right, so I'm going to jump back into Illustrator, and we're going to paste that up here as just an idea for color. We'll come back to it. Let's go back into Behance, scroll down a little bit. I'm just not feeling this right now, but you know, we'll grab this to get some color ideas. Command Shift 4. And then I hit the space bar to kind of move my box around. When I'm done, hit Control, copy to the clipboard. My mouse went away again. Command Shift 4 one more time and Escape. Weird bug, guys. I don't know what's happening. That's new, but it is what it is. All right, we'll throw that in there. All right, is Vivzy Pop? Is that like a, what is that? I've never heard of that before. Cool. Let's keep looking for some colors here. So I try not to get too, oh, that's pretty. I try not to get too wrapped up in research. You can spend hours, or at least I can spend hours just going through and trying to get ideas. So I try to limit myself to about 15 minutes or so, give or take. I mean, whatever, we got to move on. We got things to do. It's Saturday after all. Oh, so that you're saying, all right, maybe I'm mixing up two people's, gotcha. Mixing up feedback in the chat roll. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to branding again. I just want to get some, and up here we've got the sort by recommended. We could switch to like most appreciated, most viewed, most recent. lots of ways you can search and kind of get some different options here. And I just kind of flick through it real quick. Just trying to see if anything. Oh, that's clean. I always gravitate towards the reds and the grays. I gotta stop doing that. But I do. I like it. So that's, throw it over here. And right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some color ideas. So let's jump into the aqua thing. So what I'm gonna do is get my eyedropper tool, letter I. I'm just gonna click on this image and come over here, over this little square swatch I made. I hit the option key, and so now it switches to, instead of sampling color, it's gonna fill color. What's up, babe? Welcome back. All right, so we got the classic umbrella association.
Oh, we didn't do anything different.
We didn't. We just, well, I let them vote. I let them vote, and they came back with, am I allowed to drink a Starbucks while I'm promoting Bang energy drinks?
Yeah, caffeine it up, man.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be. If you guys have been joining us with Paul Gowan, a good friend of mine, check him out at paulgowan.com. He recently quit drinking coffee, and he has the most energy of any human I've ever met.
Right, he doesn't need coffee.
No.
Paul, if you're watching
Yeah.
this, you don't need coffee.
Yeah. Michael has a good question. What is your best advice for creator's block?
Ooh,
I'm gonna start designing a little bit. Jen, you can answer this.
cry on the couch for a little while. Get stressed out. Okay, so I think, and this comes from my writing background, because writers struggle with this also, writer's block and all that. And I had a mentor tell me once, when you have writer's block, you just sit down and write, even if it's off topic. So I would say if you have creator's block, you need to just create, even if it's off topic. So if you're trying to design a logo for a client and you just can't think of anything, create something, anything. Get a sketchbook and try designing a new typeface. Go out into your backyard and sketch something that you see. Anything that you can do that is still creative, but that takes the pressure off of it, because I think creators by and large, I know Derek is, I know a lot of you guys are, you're passionate, emotional people, and your feelings drive the work that you do, which is what makes it so good. And so if you can tap into that and harness it for good instead of for something that will hold you back, I think you'll find that you experience that block a lot less. What do you think, honey?
Good.
Thank you.
Well, so when we were dating in college and I had this paper, it was a ridiculous paper. It was stupid paper that I had to write. And I hired Jenna to do it for me. Didn't even pay her. No, like that was the thing. I was getting hung up on just on the very, very first sentence, because I was like, well, it's got to be whatever. Like I literally couldn't write beyond the first sentence. It was so bad. So then what I learned from her, she's like, well, just write and then I can help you edit. Yeah. And that went a long ways in helping me out. All right, we got some color swatches here. They're all right. There's some really great new tools. But because of the way I'm using my phone, I can't use it right now. Oh crap, what's the app called? I have a YouTube video about it.
Can we talk for a minute, unless
yeah.
you already have, about the nuance of words? Right? So the word classic. What does the word classic mean?
Okay, all right.
To let it drive
There you go.
the essence of the design, to let it drive the color theory. Usually if you're designing for a client, one of two things has happened. They've picked their company name because they thought it was cool, and that's it.
Kinds of cool stuff.
Or they picked it because it has some either hidden or inherent meaning to them as a person or to their industry as a whole.
Yeah.
So if you're using classic, for example, these t-shirts that you have, the Classic T-Shirt Co., right? Their whole premise is like, we're taking it back to basics.
Yeah.
Classic, timeless, and that drives their messaging, and it drives their color palettes and everything. So what is
That's a really good idea. I'm all getting hung up on colors here. We haven't even talked about the connotations of other things. Real quick, I was gonna, so this video, if you just go to my channel, youtube.com/Derek Mitchell, Adobe Capture workflow. Adobe Capture is so cool. You can sample colors just by taking pictures of it, and it'll pull out sample swatches that'll sync to your library. And
on YouTube Live today?
yeah, we're live right now on YouTube too. But I'm using my phone right now in the background, so I can't use it. But check out that video. Super cool way to get ideas as you're building brands. All right, so that's a really great idea. Let's look up let's search for the word classic. Let's just see what we get. Oh yeah, okay, I like this. I'm digging that. That's not really classic though. This is not classic at all. What's classic about it is honestly that it's a black and white image. That font is not super classic.
Let's also look up classic umbrella shapes. I think are not the same as what modern umbrella shapes
Not
are.
Gmail close. What was I
So,
gonna do?
think of the product itself and the industry, going back to its roots. Vintage umbrella. What does a vintage classic umbrella look like? To help drive our shape theory for this also.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that one. That
Oh.
black and
this guy?
black stripe one.
This one?
But yeah, like the Victorian era ones that were more like a bucket. You've got that.
Which
that
one?
Image right there,
Okay.
that Paris.
You're
I know. I'm all over the place.
no, you're good,
Don't
but
want
they can't. Here, you gotta get
this
into
guy
this.
right there. Boink.
This guy.
That guy.
All right.
Pull that guy out,
Open
because it-
link, a new tab. Where does that take me?
Amalgamation of- Look at that. See, vintage.
All right. So I'm just right clicking on this and saying open image and new tab, so I can come back to it.
Love it.
Hopefully. Maybe. What happened here? Weird.
So just
All right.
right there, if I can again jump in, like this whole idea for like creative block. If you don't have a clear direction for a project, get on the interwebs.
They can't hear you.
If you don't have clear direction for a project, if you have this creator's block, get on the internet and just start researching the industry, researching words surrounding it. Draw inspiration from Charlie Chaplin's umbrella pose. Right, exactly. Yeah, open umbrella, closed umbrella. Like, how can we get creative with this without, never once, Derek hasn't to this point gone and looked up umbrella logos.
Right. Well, I usually avoid.
So there is so much inspiration to be found just by doing some journalistic style research, which is awesome, I think, and boom, right off the bat, he has an artboard that is starting to be filled with things he hasn't necessarily designed yet, but an artboard is a safe place to play around, not just with unique images that come from your brain, but with just inspiration.
Yeah.
Have you done a giveaway in a while?
I've not done a giveaway in a while.
How about anyone who is new to Derek's stuff? Like, you don't have any of Derek's courses, toss up a comment and we'll get you a lifetime membership to the vault. Let's do it. All of Derek's courses.
Who was it? Somebody just bought Kimberly. Just signed up for all my stuff.
I love that. Thank you, Kimberly. That is wonderful. We're so happy to have you on board.
Let's send her a
Send her a gift card.
gift card.
You got it. Send an email to completegraphicdesign@gmail.com with your address and your information, and I will get that sent out to you.
Yes, saying you don't have any of the courses yet?
So you guys, are you saying that you're not currently a student of Derek's? While Derek's still looking for that, and while Yugesh is doing this, Caitlin asked, how do you market your services and get clients? Ooh, we could do a whole live series just on that,
We have a
but
couple courses. Did we talk about that too much?
we do, but this is a broader, so, oh, awesome. Yeah, Yugesh, awesome. Send an email to completegraphicdesign@gmail.com and we will get you a lifetime membership to Derek's Goodies.
That's like $1,000 value there. I think it's on sale right now.
It is.
A couple $100 still.
Caitlin, so I love Upwork. I think it's a great way. Well, my laptop's getting stuck in the. Upwork's a great way to find work. It's not necessarily a great way for new designers to find high paying work, but it's a great way to find entry-level projects to kind of get your feet wet. I think that getting involved with your local chamber of commerce, when we were first starting out, we did that. There was, what was it called? What was that business? B2B, business to business. Yeah, there was like, there were several in our area, and we're a very small town. So I would imagine that no matter where you live, there's something like this where it's like a business networking. And again, your chamber of commerce would know what you have.
Honestly, though, these days,
Well, I would do a little bit. I would throw a bunch of things against the wall and see what sticks. What's nice about the in-person biz-to-biz meetings that we had is it wasn't just all designers. There were business owners from throughout the town, and we made in-person connections. Did we get a ton of work from it? Probably not. But did we get good insights on the pulse of our community and the type of things that they were interested in? And yes, 100% we did. So I would do that. Oh, so fun. Awesome.
Oh, Deborah, what's up? Yeah, so...
Ooh, I can pull up Behance. Let me see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
My Behance stream is not loading my chat
Oh,
for me. So
well, I can be in charge of the type of things that they were interested in. And
Whoa, make it stop. Yeah, Jen will pull up Behance. Can you see them all? Those weren't showing up on my computer. Thanks for jumping over here.
They are. Martha and Deborah are both new. We will get you guys a couple of Derek's courses. Send an email to completegraphicdesign@gmail.com. So exciting.
All right. All right. Deborah says classic British businessman in forward. I'm going to try and search
Okay.
this. So vintage. Okay, British.
A Brawley.
British.
Jeannie says it's very helpful to watch your hands working to have that up close view.
I can move it top down too. That's helpful.
We are, and Derek's probably already said this, but we are experimenting with some new tech and some new camera angles. We've been having trouble with the stream dropping out, and
So far, doing awesome.
it's doing great. I think the new stuff is working, which is awesome. So fun. Oh, my goodness. Someone from Egypt, hello. Wow. Someone from Maryland, Germany, London. Welcome, you guys. This is amazing. So while Derek keeps doing this, you can follow him on Behance like he's and YouTube, like he said. That's where we're going to be going live. But the best way to keep kind of apprised of what's going on is to follow us on our email newsletter.
Yeah. So real quick, since you brought it up.
Yeah.
You go to my website at derekmitchell.com.
Yep.
Scroll to the bottom, and you can jump into the newsletter. That's the best way to get to it.
Yep. And we try not to spam you. If
You can unsubscribe if it's too much.
If we're doing a bunch of lives, you'll get a bunch of emails announcing those. If there's new courses, you'll get information about that. Free resources, things like that. As we find them, we typically shoot those out. So we try to keep it really, really value driven. There's the occasional personal email, but I think it's a great way just to keep involved with what we're doing and know when trainings are happening.
Sure. All right. Real quick for everybody who just joined, what we're doing, I used a random number generator and this list that Jenna made. Oh, we should get them this list somehow.
Oh, I can do that.
Can you do that? We're going to post it so they can get it.
Send it to me.
Okay. Did you save it?
I did. Save it to your desktop. Just drop it in the chat to me, and I will post it in the chats.
Okay. I think I cleaned up my desktop and I put everything in a folder called desk, and inside there's a folder called desktop, and inside of there. All right, what's this thing called? Is it this thing? Facebook group? Random business generator. All right, I will send you a text. Throw it in the chat. I should have Paul come jump in, although then I would get.
You guys will start talking.
I know. I can barely keep the wheels on right now.
Well, here, you dive in and design a little bit.
All right, Sarah, I just sent you that thing. Okay, so what we're doing, guys, is we are this button, maybe, yeah, and this button. Woo! All right, so what we're doing, if you're just joining in, we use this random number generator. I want you guys to follow along, okay? And I'm kind of showing you my workflow. I haven't done anything super substantial yet. So if you're just joining in, you've got plenty of time to at least like start thinking so you can add this to your portfolio. So we just Google searched random number generator and this pops up right at the top, right? And you can give it a minimum and a maximum number value, okay? And then Jenna can upload this document somewhere. We can probably drop it in Dropbox in the link below on YouTube and on, well, anywhere you're watching this, we could
pop it in the
and then I can add it as a download on Behance. Okay, so then you just generate a number, click the button. Okay, so 7, and then you go to this spreadsheet. So down the left-hand side, you go down to 7. You pick the first word, which would be modern. Let's just go ahead and do this again. Modern. Okay, so we got the classic umbrella company. So we're gonna make a new document real quick. We're gonna paste that. That did not come through, right? There we go. Modern. Thank you, Caitlin. All right, so. Follow along, guys. Follow along. Get your stuff. Do it. Do the things. All right. Generate another number. 6. I think we already did 6. 6 is design. So the next word I pick out is right here. Do you need me to get your Dropbox link? Oh, I should have just thrown it in Dropbox.
I'll do it.
All right. Modern design. And then generate one more. 10. Modern design. Fellowship.
Ooh, look at that. Are we done with the umbrella?
No, I'm just showing people who just jumped in. I got a little bit squirrely. Right. Organization. All right. See, and this is where like you just got to go with it because now I'm going to be like, no, I want to pick the exact. We're just going to do it. We're just going to go for it. We're going to pretend like it's the client. Modern Design Fellowship. All right. So there's another one. All right. So that's kind of how we started this project. Ryan, what's up, dude? What's Ryan say? All right, I'm going to try and dissect this. I say you try the one version typography. The C at like a 45 could be the top of an umbrella. Half a U to make the stick handle. Okay, so let's jump back into this. We've got some ideas. We've got some colors. And honestly, I don't usually explore color first at all.
No.
I usually stay black and white just so I don't get confused with.
We only have 3 hours.
Only 3 hours. Are you guys gonna stick with me that long? I might pass out. All right, let's do this. So, okay, classic umbrella. Okay, let's see. So we need some fonts. We need some delete coalition because we're not using that. Save. All right, let's. Oh man, fonts are hard. I'm just gonna tell you right now, guys. Fonts are where it takes all of my brain power. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's build some ideas real quick. We got all caps. We've got sans serif. We'll have a serif. We'll have a modern. Okay, let's just kind of play with that. Make myself a little checklist here. All right, so classic. We'll bring this down. All caps. All right, so we're gonna come up here to type, change case. We're gonna make it all uppercase. Scale it up a little bit. All right, what font are we in? Myriad. Where? Oh, I just noticed this. My Illustrator menus are a little bit weird. Oh, awesome. Cool. Thank you. Let's go to our workspaces here. We are in Essentials Classic. Let's reset this. All right. Character, Myriad Pro. Let's find something. Man, fonts are hard, guys. At least for me. Do you guys love typography or is it hard for you?
Let's go to defont.com and look up what they have for classic styles.
Ooh, I'm going to do one better. The font is really nice, but we're going to go to, yeah, give me a minute, catching my bearings here. I don't usually do it this way. There we go. Okay, find more. All right, so what I did, I've got the text tool open. I've got my font highlighted, and then I went up here in the options bar, and by default, when you click on here, you see all the fonts that your system has. Yeah, Caitlin says it's difficult to find a font for sure. 100%. So I click up here.
Can I get into this this real quick. You were just watching a design class from Aaron Draplin this morning.
He's the man.
And he spent some time coming up with a list of like 12 go-to fonts.
Right.
That he loves. And then he has like these like places that he goes to find like side fonts for specific projects. But it would be worth the time to come up with a favorite font library.
Yeah. Yes, and there's actually a handful. If you search, that's a really good idea. I think we're going to work that way. I'm going to show you some resources because let me preface this by saying I'm into my career like well over 20 years now, and fonts just still kick me in the butt, right? Trying to figure it out. So we're going to jump in and show some resources on where you can find ideas. And then also, let me finish this thought real quick. So we've got this font selected. I'm going to come up here to the options bar, click on the font that we're using now, and a little drop down. And then right here, it kind of blends in with the user interface. You don't really see it because you're looking down here at all your fonts. But we've got this little Find More tab. And I wish I could zoom in on this live better, but I don't know how right now. So there we go, Find More. And then we've got all of these Adobe fonts that we can activate. All right. And there is a way to do this within Illustrator. I mean, we're kind of doing it right now, but sometimes, and there's a way to sort them. Guys, I just launched a Photoshop course and it's awesome, but I've had my head down in Photoshop for months now. So I come back to Illustrator and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's jump into fonts.adobe.com. And the reason why I like coming just straight to the website is for a few reasons. They've got this really, really cool, there we go, font packs. All right, this is really, really, really cool. So we've got 9 favorites from this designer, Tad Carpenter, View Pack. So they've what's it called when you fold together? Compile. No, I'm thinking of like museum painting. Curate. So they've curated all of these fonts to help you build a brand, right? And then he goes through and tells them why, like, this artist picked these fonts, right? And then you can kind of see them, and you can activate them. Let's see. Here's a few more font packs. Logo-worthy letters. This looks like a great place to start. All right, so I'm going to View Pack. If we look up here in the address bar, in case anybody's trying to follow along, fonts.adobe.com. Here, I'm just going to try this.
Drop it in the chat.
Well, I can't really chat back because they're all from wherever. What's up,
Send it
Eritrea?
to me and I can drop it in the chat.
Thanks for joining. All right, I'm going to send this to you. Cool. All right, so you can post that somewhere, but this is where we're at. It's fonts.adobe.com/collections/logo-worthy-letters. All right, look at all these fine specimens. We've got logo-worthy letters, download graphics. Check this out. So we can download this graphics here. And it gave me an Illustrator file. Let's open this up, see what we got. And all the fonts came in it, and I'm just going to activate fonts right here. Click the big button, and they're all going to sync up. All right. Activated. Close. Cool. All right, so check this out. This is a great place to start, getting some ideas. I like this font. So I'm just gonna direct select in here and copy it, Command C to copy. Direct selection is A, it's just the white arrow tool, so I don't have to ungroup everything. Back over here, and we'll paste it in. And because it's white, let's change the color here.
There's kind of 2 ways to take classic, isn't there? There's kind of like vintage.
Yeah.
Or there's like timeless.
Why is this not sticking? There we go. All right, so we've got this font. What's this font called?
It's a very strong, weighty font for a umbrella.
Yeah.
Which, because an umbrella is very thin,
Komu
very
A.
lightweight. Might be a nice
Juxtaposition. There's your word for the day, guys. Did I miss anything important? What's up? Is it Hardell? I don't know, but hey, yes, just joined. Did you miss anything important? I mean, kind of. We're making logos. We picked out some random words using a word generator. Guys, you want to help them out? Let them know what he missed. If there's anything important, I mean, I think it's all important, but you guys are probably like, nah, he's barely going. That could be fun. Let's play with that. Boom. Okay. Oh, those actually could work together well. Look at that. It's almost like they planned it. All right. So we'll play with those. Let's jump back over to the browser real quick. All right. So I was showing you, I'm in fonts.adobe.com. Up at the top, we can browse fonts. Currently we're in font packs, having some fun in here. So click on that. And I was just kind of looking at some fonts that were curated by other designers. I like doing this because there's so many new fonts being created all of the time. It's hard to keep tabs. But like Jen was saying, and like I was watching some stuff from Aaron Droplin this morning, and he's got like 12 fonts. He just basically are in his library, his go-to. It's what he goes to. So we're just kind of getting some ideas here, guys. We're just kind of playing around. So a great resource for you. Oh, Jen, here's a simpler. Post this link too. I'll ping it to you. Okay. All right, we can share that with them. All right, so font collections, super great tool for you guys. Let's go back to browse fonts here. All right, so the reason why I like using the website is just because versus like doing it inside of the software is because we've got all these tags down the left-hand side where we can really drill down and get exactly what we're looking for. Distracting music. Next one. Okay. Let's see. So we've got our tags. What else? We got our size, text size for how big we're looking at this stuff. This is different. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. So tags, right? We can do all kinds of stuff that's already been tagged. We've got classification. So sans serif, serif, slab serif, script, mono, hand. You can refine your searches pretty quickly. The properties, like how do we want this to feel? The weight of it, the width, X height, contrast, standard or caps only, default figure style. So many things we can look at. All right, so let's jump back into Illustrator real quick and remind ourselves what we're doing here. We've got the Classic Umbrella Association. We need some backstory. Somebody want to make up some backstory on this company? The Classic Umbrella Association. Is this like the Umbrella Academy?
No, I think they truly do make and sell vintage umbrellas, like classic umbrellas.
Quick.
The only umbrella you'll ever need.
Which one is this? This is a Candy Apple Crisp. Bang. Today's one of our sponsors is Bang. I just had to do that. I did.
Before we get into this too much, let's give away a font pack from Creative Market or from myfonts.com.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
How about Hardell? He's the last person to have commented.
All right. He just joined. Did you miss anything? No. Are you still here? I hope so.
Got some goodies.
Tell him how to win.
All right. Shoot me an email at completegraphicdesign@gmail.com, Hardell, and we will get you your font pack.
Cool. All right. So, Classic Umbrella Association. Kimberly thinks of an HOA. Candy Apple, my favorite. Yes. So good. So good.
Well, okay, so I'm taking the mic back. So Kimberly, this is a really good point, and this is something to consider when designing for clients. We run up against this all the time, where either they want something included in their logo and it makes it very lengthy or it just doesn't fit. You are free as the designer to make recommendations. So maybe we leave that completely off in their logo, or it's very small, or it's just ASSOC dot. We do have some creative freedom when it comes to this, because unfortunately not all companies and not all clients have like amazingly wonderful names or lend themselves well to this. So do you have any thoughts regarding that, hun?
No, because I wasn't really listening. No, I was trying to go back. I'm
My
trying.
goodness. He doesn't care what I say.
No, I totally care. I'm trying to go back to Ryan's feedback. He said the C of classic. All right, we got kind of the umbrella shape. I'm just kind of drawing on a post-it note here. Sure.
There.
All right. So, wow, I'm drawing way off to the side. There you go. Okay. So, classic umbrella stem, and then we've got the U. Right. That's, more or less. Or it could be the other way. All right. Whatever.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
U. Okay, so this becomes the C. This becomes the U. Classic umbrella, and then association. I don't know.
Yeah, because this is a difficult one to abbreviate.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what do we got? Those are terrible, but it doesn't matter because, I'm just trying to get an idea of what that actually looks like on paper. Oh, and you can't see this one now. Okay. So here we go. And then,
Tip it up.
somewhere
There it is.
in there,
Got
just so
that
I can
pen
see.
Sweet.
So you can see my hands. All right. Okay, back to the feedback. Deborah says customers for CUA, folks who want a dependable, not turn out in the umbrella, classic sturdy umbrella to look professional and work, dependable,
developing
not
that messaging.
flashy. Oh yeah, great point. Kimberly says the other thing is the red umbrella equals traveler's insurance.
Which
yes,
brings up a good point.
Yes.
There does come a time once you have created your personal vision, then you start looking to see what logos exist in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Not the other way around, because you don't
Or
want it
you
to
can-
influence your thought.
Well, there you go. This is what we're gonna not do. We'll throw that on there just so I know what to not do. There.
There's a few others, so
Yeah.
look up umbrella logos really quick, and let's just do a quick no list.
That's gonna influence us, but okay, we'll do it. We will do it. I mean, it's an umbrella. There's only so many ways.
But none that really are going the way that we are going, so I think we're okay.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Let's make some shapes and do some things.
Do it.
We'll see how this goes. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, you're good. I'm just trying not to run over your feet. Oh.
You're good.
Oh.
Someone says we can do put the word into the umbrella. That's an option. Martha says an umbrella offers protection and preparation. Jordan says the historical connotation is like preservation. Mary Poppins. I love this. See, you guys are getting excited about this part of logo design, which a lot of designers overlook, which is it's creative messaging. You're driving feelings, you're driving intention, you're driving emotion, often usually just with a word or two. So this is a potentially added bonus that you can provide to your clients, especially if they are a new company. If you can create a brand guide for them that also has, a few terms or a few phrases or some ideas that are pertinent to how they could position themselves when the time comes that they want to write an advertisement or create their web copy. That is an added value that you can charge for. I've seen companies charge upwards of like $10,000 to $20,000 to develop a brand guide. So it's something that even if you wouldn't consider yourself a writer or a wordsmith, you can still come up with creative messaging ideas to help your clients out. We can't hear the tunes. Are they loud? No, I'm good. Comments. Any thoughts here? Oh, there you go.
Can you give me more leash here on that? Over there.
Go. That's better. Camera placement.
All right. Deborah just asked, is CUA an association of umbrella manufacturers who adhere to some goal, standard styles, or vendor? Great question. So, and when you said CUA, I wasn't even used to the abbreviation yet because we're just making this up. Turn the music down a little bit. Sorry, guys, blasting you out. I'm used to listening to my music pretty loud when I'm flowing. Hooah. All right. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. This is the hard part. This is really, really tough to kind of... Umbrella. Oh, I like that. I like that. We're going to just hang that over here for a second. Don't forget to save when you guys are working.
Don't forget to save.
Should be a nervous twitch.
And us. Literally
I
every picture.
really like the idea of that. Yeah.
Well, because it... Would that first L be the same?
Don't be so...
Literal?
No, I'm impressed. I was going to say, don't be so amazing. That's great. How did I not see that yet? Well, I hadn't made it that far yet. I'm still trying to... Okay. I really like that idea. I'm not sure about what to do with these fonts yet, so we're going to just keep copying crap over until it sticks. So if you guys look at my artboard here, I'm just working fast and trying to... so good. Uh-oh. 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 My mouse stopped tracking. There. Nope. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got scared for a minute. Just checking the stream health feed real quick. What's up? Cool. All right. Back to work. I zoomed out and then my mouse started wigging out, so I got distracted. All right. So we've got a mess of an artboard here. Just kind of having some fun with it. Let's look at some of these umbrella shapes. Oh my gosh, I'm pumped. Sorry, it's flashing space a bunch down here. I was holding down the space bar to get my hand tool, but I use an app called Visualize so you can see my keystrokes. And when I hold down the space bar, it just strobes the word space everywhere. But I'm using that to get my hand tool. That's what's going on.
It's a new hour.
It's a new hour. Time for a giveaway.
Time for a bang. Energy drink. That's not what I meant.
Oh my god.
Bang Party Pack.
I can't bring you anywhere.
Let's do it. Let's give away. Let's give away a case. A case
We are
of energy drinks.
We are gladly being sponsored by Bang Energy Drinks. This one is one of my favorites.
Sponsored?
Rainbow Unicorn. They're sponsoring this episode. I don't know. They're helping us with some giveaways for you guys.
They are.
So however that
pans out.
however that works.
Love it. Let's
Cool.
do it.
All right. So who is the lucky winner?
We decide this. How about we'll draw a number from the comments that happen in the next 10 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Comments. Comment below. All right. So classic.
Comment
Umbrella.
in. I'll track it.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to forget about this text for a minute. Come up here to type.
They do a great job on their graphics. Yes, I would agree with that, Michael.
Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have outlined this. What's up, Kimberly? Thank you so much. There's a lot of ways to do this. I'm just going to grab the direct selection tool up here, letter A. And because I outlined this font, now I can grab these anchor points and just kind of stretch it up a little bit. I don't know how far we need to go with it. Wait. I got real confused because I was like, doesn't Umbrella have two L's? How did it do that? This font is amazing. You guys, I just realized it. No, look at it. It's smart enough to know that there was two L's. That is really cool, which makes me wonder if this artist did some other cool stuff. Okay, so some fonts, we're going to jump into the letter B here. And I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick. If this doesn't work on this font, we can do it in another font. But come up here to type, and we're going to go down to glyphs, okay? Glyphs are all of the characters in the entire font pack. All right, so right now I've got show entire font selected. I'm going to click on just alternates for current selection. All right, and this is it. This is all it has. So let me show you another font called Bicam Script. This is a great one. If you guys have to do a wedding invitation for somebody, or maybe a winery, this could be a good font for you. Bicam Script. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to double click into this, triple click, whatever, into this font. I'm on Bicam Script. I'm up here in type and I went down to glyphs. So I have this glyph window open. Okay. And then, I have alternates for current selection. So because this letter B is selected, I have alternate letters. Let's double click on there. Look at how cool that is. Or I can come back to show entire font and I can scroll through and see every single glyph that's in here. Oh, it is, I forget. Let me check. I think we grabbed it. So if you missed it, we were in fonts.adobe.com.
It's helpful to keep a list of what you've used, though, so that you can
Yeah,
provide
for
that to
sure.
the client later.
Yeah. So we were under font packs under fonts.adobe.com and we were checking out some different curated packs here. And it was like a branding one. That's how we found it. Jenna's going to post it in the links. Hopefully somebody has posted it.
It's posted.
Cool. All right. So that's how we found the font. And the font is called, drum roll, digital drum roll, please. Cuisine OT Pro. Cuisine OT Pro.
4 minutes left to comment for the Bang Energy Drink giveaway, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Get up in the chats. I'm putting them all into a spreadsheet as they come in, and then we're going to random number generate.
Oh, Michael sent an email to me. Okay, cool. That's actually, I kind of like this for another font idea. We'll come back to that. Okay. Brella. Let's grab Brella. So here's where this glyph thing is really cool. So these two L's, this is why I got excited because usually the two L's would be the same, right? By default without doing stuff to it. But this font, it had this happening, which is so cool. So that's how we got to this stem that we're about to make an umbrella with. But let's jump in here too. Let's grab this A. Let's come back to type and go down to glyphs. We're going to select alternates for current selection. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of them. Really, really tough for you guys to see, but all these little squares represent different glyphs. So I'm going to double click on it and I get different tail options on this letter
Marcy,
A.
it is great for keto. Whoop, whoop.
What?
And
Oh.
drink is keto.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Although I feel like anything keto drink wise, like the coffee keto drinks we've tried, leave horrible
Coffee ones are no
aftertaste.
good. Yep.
I don't know, just me. All right, let's look at this. So I'm just double clicking in here to grab different tail options. And the one I had a second ago I liked. Where'd it go? There we go. Cool. That somewhere else. All right. So I've got this cute little tail on the letter A now. Let's grab a different L. Okay. That's wispy and cool. Digging my tunes. You're missing out. Leave your headphones on. It's very energetic. Oh, that could almost be the tail. All right, we're gonna. Crap, I like the other one too.
You can have multiple looks. That's what mine
Yeah,
does for
don't
you.
forget to save. Don't forget to save. All right, so we've got. What was I doing? That tail. I liked the big wispy one. Cool. All right. Cool. So there's glyphs and alternate glyphs. Got some fun ideas happening there. I wish there was like a wispier tail, but we can come back to that. All right, so let's build out. Oh, I love where this is going. This is fun. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? I mean, not so bad. Not bad, huh? If you aren't following along yet, definitely follow along. Jenna posted the spreadsheet that we used for the random number generator to start building out this brand.
Facebook user says.
Where? How do I enter the giveaway?
Oh, you just did
By commenting. You literally just entered it and you didn't even know. But we don't know who you are.
win. You'll have to unveil.
Facebook user, what's your name?
30 seconds remaining. Get your comments in, folks.
Caitlin's enjoying the jams. I didn't go back to the story time. Our favorite concerts of all time. There's two of them. One is a series of concerts, and the other one is like a definitive.
5 times? 4 times?
Okay, so Caitlin likes country music, as we've established. So she's just digging my jams right now. I'm trying to find the button. There's the button. All right. So Keith Urban is an amazing guitar player, amazing musician.
He is our
and
favorite.
we've gone to a lot of different cities to follow him around.
Yeah. 4 or 5 times, I think.
At least 4, yeah. If you ever get a chance to see Keith Urban,
he's
good.
incredible. He's incredible.
Love his stuff. I've actually given him a high five.
I know. Me too.
I did. I was one of those guys. That happened. It's on. I wish I could pull up my phone. I'd show you video footage of that
He
happening.
gave his guitar to someone standing not that far from us.
I know, right?
It was a whole
was
thing.
pretty fun.
Whole thing.
So then the other very, very memorable. I gotta switch these scenes because this is too much for me to think about. Sorry, guys.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio put on a concert in LA with Muse,
6 hours long.
21 Pilots, Bishop Briggs, The Killers, Weezer. Oh my gosh, it was so many good concert.
Concert series.
It was like 4-hour concert. So for my
Yeah.
birthday, Jenna flew me down to LA, and we got to go to the concert.
You got
Fun
that random number
time.
generator still pulled up somewhere?
Yeah, I do. What are we doing?
Okay.
Ooh,
All right, we had
random.
10 commenters, so out of 10,
Okay.
random number generate.
So what we're doing a random number generator, and this is how we're doing the logo thing too. But I'm going to change the maximum number to 10. I'm going to hit generate number 7.
Marcy Tubbs.
Marcy.
Marcy,
Tubbs.
and you were over here on YouTube. Awesome. So shoot me an email, completegraphicdesign@gmail.com with your address so I can get you your Bang Energy Drink party pack.
As long as you're in the States. If you're not in the States, we
Then
might
you'll
need to
get a gift
rethink
card, or we'll do it via
your
Amazon.
gift, because that would be
We can do it via Amazon. That works
something.
good.
All right. That was fun. Story time. Now it's time to get back to work. Adobe Illustrator. Back in here. Command S to save. We are saved. We are on the right screen so you guys can see what we're doing. All right. Let's do some stuff. We learned about glyphs. We learned about creating a color palette, which usually I do last because I don't like to be influenced by colors yet.
We're all over the place.
But we are all over the place because you know what? I'm already a full coffee down and now cracking open the bang. So it's about to get really exciting here. I gotta move the screen so you can see. Ryan Henninger?
Nope.
Henninger? Ryan. Oh, I did not. I forgot to post. What have I done? Oh, well. It's all good. I have friends sometimes.
They watch each other's streams. It's very fun. Anyway.
I didn't tell them to come play. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to... can you tell a story about something?
Yes.
While I do this?
I sure can. What about?
I don't know. Tell them something.
Talk to the people. Oh, now that I'm on the spot, I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness.
Okay, what are we working on? Where can they find us?
We are working on a brand new logo design for a fictitious company, the Classic Umbrella Association. Caitlin, yes. Well, technically we have 5. We have a million kids.
Can we see the belly
Oh
yet?
my gosh, the belly is very large.
Guess what?
There's the belly. Oh,
No,
which
you're-
way? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Where's the
See
belly?
you.
No,
Doesn't matter.
it's in here.
It's a boy.
I tried. It's a boy. First boy.
4 girls, 1
4
boy.
girls, 1 boy, 2 dogs. At one point, we also had some crawdads and a cockroach because homeschooling is a dangerous game. But yeah, so thanks, Caitlin. We're excited about it. So we are making a logo for the Classic Umbrella Company, and this is not the first time that Derek has designed for a fictitious company. In fact, our idea for all of this came from his college days, the good old college days that were only like 2 years ago, right, honey? We're young.
2 years.
2 plus 18 or whatever. But he had his favorite assignment that he ever had. Thanks, Michael. Was something similar to this, where they were given like a draw from a hat situation and they had to create a branding package for this fictitious company. And Derek got the voluptuous skateboard company. I'm butchering the story. Voluptuous skateboard company. Which, voluptuous isn't typically a outdoorsy type of word, but sometimes that juxtaposition of 2 things that don't seem to go together make for the most interesting projects. So going back again to this whole, what do we do when we get creative block? Take some things and mash them together, even if it doesn't seem like it will work. Are you designing a corporate identity? Get some grunge in there. See how you feel about it. It might just unlock a different perspective for you. Are you designing, something super trendy? Turn it super classic. Just flip it on its head. See what you get out of it. Are you designing, something for a coffee company like Starbucks? Well, maybe try something different. Pretend that they're a construction company. How would you approach it? And I think mashing things together that don't always seem to fit, you sometimes get the best things out of it. And that goes for not just design, that goes for life in general. Derek and I are very different people, and I think that's why we can work together without killing each other. So how's that for a storytelling time? All right, why don't you tell us what you're doing here?
Okay, I'm making an umbrella, and I would like to shout out Mr. Aaron Draplin. If you guys don't know who he is, check out his stuff. Can you grab the book off the shelf?
Let's give away a book.
Let's give away a book. That sounds like fun. You guys, this is a really cool book. So Mr. Aaron Draplin, I don't know, it should be right there on the shelf, babe.
You have like 200 books on the shelf.
I do have like 200 books on the shelf. It should be like right there. It's like my favorite book, unless I put it somewhere else. It's probably by my bed. I sleep with it at night. Check out Aaron Draplin. Also check out Skillshare. So I've got a lot of new courses rolling out on Skillshare. I should get you guys a link. Can you write that down? We're going to get a link. I think I can give you guys at least 2 free weeks of premium Skillshare access.
Aaron's
and then,
on there.
yeah, so Aaron Draplin has some amazing, amazing courses on there. And here we go. This book. Draplin Design Co. Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the most inspiring design books I have seen in a long
If you don't
time.
have his book and you want it, comment first person. We'll get it to you.
Woohoo! So many cool things in here. This is such a cool book. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. So, anyway, on Skillshare, if you want to learn some of these techniques like building with shapes and stuff, he's got a stellar course about
I
building
don't know if they heard it, but
logos.
the first person to say they want it gets it.
Yeah, I want it. I know it. There you go, Dominic.
You get it.
Dude.
Tell them how to get it.
Oh, Kimberly just barely missed it. Tell you what, Kimberly, you can get it too. So Kimberly and Dominic. All right.
Tell them how to.
Oh yeah, you both. So you got to email completegraphicdesign@gmail.com to get that. So yeah. Thank you guys. All right. So check out that book. Dominic and Kimberly just got it, just won it. And then check out Skillshare. Super cool stuff. I've got some stuff on there, but okay. The reason why this all came up was because we were talking about building shapes. What am I doing here? I am building an umbrella and I'm using basic shapes. If we look at what's going on here, lots of different ways we can kind of play with this. I'm just kind of kicking around. You are welcome, Kimberly. Ice Cubs, so close. Almost. It's all right. We'll probably do something again. All right. This is very difficult to talk and design at the same time, like mind bending. So I think what I'm going to do, you guys can just kind of watch what I'm doing once I turn the screen back on and you can see me. All right. So
Skillshare links are in the YouTube and the.
cool. Did you get the from our profile so they get that discount?
Yeah.
Cool.
The 2 weeks.
Yeah. Check that out. Okay. So I'm going to build some shapes and you guys can kind of watch because I'm honestly a little bit struggling to do two things at once. Also, I got to make sure that Neil Brooks just posted in Slack. He doesn't even know we're live right now. Why are you not joining us? For those of you who don't know, I have a Vault membership where you guys get direct access to me and you get access basically to my phone via Slack. Kimberly, didn't you just join? Was that the one that just joined everything? I don't know. Anyway, join Slack if you're not on Slack already because Neil just texted. I'm going to be like, dude.
And how do they join Slack?
By joining the Vault. Yes. Neil Brooks.
Vault members get direct access to Derek's cell phone.
Dude. Live now on YouTube and Behance.
Join us there.
Behance. And we're talking smack about you. Just kidding. Talking about you. You better come join us. All right, you better. Boom. All right, can you Slack him the address? All right, in case he doesn't get it. All right, cool. Yes, let's do it. All right, I'm doing shapes and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing because just a million things. We're making an umbrella. That's where we're headed. I'm going to change the color to something I can kind of see. Doesn't really matter what. Just trying to see the negative shapes here. That is not going to do it.
Wow, they have over 33,000 courses on Skillshare.
That is impressive. Shape Builder, Shift M, Option key to delete all this from it. Boom. Okay. There's an umbrella. Not my favorite, but you know what?
That looks like,
You.
fine.
Well, no, I'm just trying to get.
Can we, before we get too into this, can we pull up that vintage postcard?
This
Okay,
thing?
'cause there are non-traditional shapes that go with classic.
Okay.
Just so we
Good
can-
call. Good call. Good call. Let's build one of these things. How do I want to build this? All right. Which one do you want me to build? Which one should we do? I'm thinking this guy.
That's my favorite.
Ooh, we're
It's,
same page.
it's traditional, but it has stuff on the side. I mean, it's
Oh no. Oh. Okay. Everything went away for a second and I thought things crashed. Okay. I think so. All right, let's come over here and slap that in here. Let's scale it down. All right. What's that? Ooh, Vault membership.
Don't currently have it. Let us know. If you do not currently have access to Derek's courses, shoot us a message.
Are you still on Behance?
I am. Shoot us a message and we'll take someone from Behance and someone from YouTube, and we'll give you free lifetime access to the Graphic Design Vault, which is where everything Derek has ever created and will ever create in the future lives. It's an awesome, awesome resource. So if you don't currently have it, let us know and we'll take one from Behance and one from YouTube. Jeannie Sullivan says try 5 spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something to be said about odd numbers. We could try a 6, which is what we have here, and then try a 5. Martha doesn't currently have it. You get it from Behance. Whoop, whoop. Email me at completegraphicdesign@gmail.com and I can get you access. Agnieszka, we'll toss one out to you as well. I am breaking stuff. I'm not breaking it, but. Michael doesn't have the courses yet. All right. You are, let's see, the first one on YouTube. So we'll give it to you, and Malavi will give it to you as well. Why not? Happy New Year. I'm just giving Derek stuff away left and right. He shouldn't have put me in charge. Make sure that you send me an email at completegraphicdesign@gmail.com. I know I keep repeating that, but it's the only way that I'll know who you are.
Yeah, Caitlin, this type of shape building is confusing to me too. It's Alright, I've got 3 more bangs on the counter, so I can.
No, you're cut off after this one. Or we're gonna get to 3 o'clock and you're gonna be like running laps around the block is what's gonna be happening.
No, this is not doing what I want it to do.
Explain what you want it to do.
Well,
talk to us about your process.
Okay, process. Trying to build shapes. Looking at this umbrella, honestly, what probably would have been faster for me is just using the pen tool. But I'm trying to build them geometrically and using the shape builder tool. So here's an example. We're just going to draw a bunch of shapes, and we'll just change color here so we can kind of see what I'm talking about. Got a couple things going on here. Highlight multiple shapes. Shift M is your shortcut. This is what it looks like in the sidebar if you can see it. And then as you hover over different shapes, you can either click to merge those or hold down Option and click to cut away. So it's a really quick and easy way, or click and drag through to merge multiple shapes together. Before we had this tool, we would just use the Pathfinder window. So the Pathfinder window, go to Window, down to Pathfinder. If you're using Illustrator at all, you're probably very, very familiar with this, but you can do different things. You can subtract shapes from each other and build really cool shapes. So Jamie, I don't have any tutorials on this yet. Yeah, but until I have one, honestly, the king of this right now is that Aaron Draplin tutorial on Skillshare, and just absolutely master at how he does this. So check that out. If you use our link, it obviously helps us out a little bit too, gives us a kickback as an affiliate, but more importantly, you get 2 free weeks to just check out all that content. So check out that link. So what I was trying to do is build shapes, but to be honest, it's just not playing how I want it to mentally with the shape. So now what I'm doing, I used multiple circles, okay? And, that's what I could do. Okay. This hurts my brain. Let me see if I can just do it and then tell you what I did. Copy it, Command F to duplicate it right on top. 0 or the letter O to get my reflection tool or reflect tool. And I'm gonna click over here and then I'm gonna drag this way, hold down Shift to make it perfectly horizontal reflection. All right, so this music needs to change. There we go. That's half my problem. All right, now we got all kinds of shapes in here. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can read between the lines and do that. Shift M to get that shape builder tool. Okay, so let's keep these as one. Let's see if I keep that as one. This is not gonna go how I want it to. If you're smarter than I am and can kind of see where I'm headed with this, what I was trying to do is possible. I hope you learn from this moment that it doesn't have to be perfect. You can try stuff and then have it totally fail. It doesn't matter. I was just trying to make it cool, and it's just not playing. So I'm going to come back over to this simple shape, and we're going to play with that. So I'm going to try and reflect it. I'm going to get my letter M to get my rectangle tool, just draw this straight down. And what I'm looking at is I'm trying to build some symmetry here. So I'm going to flip this along this axis here. So let's see, let's come back to this as a reference. Let's see, how's that going to work? I'll grab this. Thinking. Shift M, delete all this stuff here. Okay, so now in theory, if I grab this side, I grab this side, Command C to copy, Command F to duplicate it right on top, letter O to flip it. I'm going to click right here on the spine that I just chopped. Click from here and then drag left. And I'm using that reflection tool to make it flip. There we go. This might get me closer. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to... Oh, there's a way to join these and I can't remember. Command J maybe? Nope, didn't like that. Let's just fake it. Let's I feel like I'm doing this the hard way, you guys, and I apologize in advance. But it's okay. It's where my mind's going. So we're just gonna see what happens here. Okay. All I'm trying to do with this is... Yeah, you could probably do that. Dude, I am all of a sudden mentally struggling a little bit. It's okay. Group that. Let's grab an oval. Grab all these shapes. It's being weird. I don't know why it's being weird on me. All right, we are gonna just scratch this because I feel like I'm derailing fast.
Halfway through, check camera battery.
We'll do that soon. Things are getting weird on me. All right. I'm going to take a breather for a second. Yes, Caitlin, you could use the flip property. All right, step back, regroup. At this point, typically, if I wasn't streaming, this is where I'd be like, I just am going to go eat some food or go work out or go mow the lawn or go shovel the driveway. Instead of just like going at this and then just getting stuck. I don't know if you saw that. There was a couple things that just weren't working and my brain was melting a little bit. And so when that happens, recognize that. And if you need to, a good way to save yourself from yourself is to basically step back. And so get a Post-it note, get a piece of paper, whatever you got to do. I really enjoy. Hey, you found these? Did you steal these? These are my favorite. Paul gave me these. Let's hear it. Where'd you have these? I was looking everywhere for these. They're just a regular, like, I don't know, 5x8 blank white, kind of a nice heavyweight post. What are these called? What are these cards called? No. Usually they have lines on them. What the heck are they called? You had to use them in school for reports.
I don't know.
Note card? Words are so hard, guys. Anyway, keep these close because then, like, as you're going through something and either getting stuck or something isn't working or the software's crashing or things are happening as they do, then write down where you're at. Like, so what I could do for this, Caitlin, I'll come back to your question here in just a second. What I would do for this, let's go like that. So I would just literally go, okay, I could either sketch out the ideas that I wanted if I'm trying to not forget, or I really like when I take notes, I like to just, this is how I take notes. I draw a square, like a checkbox, and then I would say, okay, what is this even called? This is the Classic Umbrella Association logo. And I might be like, finish 3 looks. Do you see that? I can't see where we're at. There, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, this is not what I'm, like, I would just write down ideas, or you could even do like a hash, like a little dash, like, umbrella, say V1, you could say, umbrella V2, whatever is going to help jumpstart your brain when you come back to this thing. And that way you can walk away from it and let your brain keep working and then come back to it with fresh eyes. Maybe it was the software and restarting your computer will get you back up and running. Or maybe it just is, you just need a minute to breathe and let it reset everything. So that's what I would do. So then I'd throw this on my desk, I'd walk away, I'd turn my computer off or whatever, and then come back to it and be like, oh yeah, okay, so the Classic Umbrella Association logo, 3 looks, apply color, whatever I'm going to do, I think on paper. So that way this is sitting next to me. And then when I jump back into the software, I'm not just getting hung up on crap, what was I doing next? So that's how I work. I hope that helps somebody. Okay, so back to Caitlin's question. She asks, I don't remember what she asked. Let me pull it up real quick. Do I consider a desk chair something to invest in? 110%. Absolutely. That and a standing desk. So this chair I'm sitting on cost $1,000. I think it was like 900 and something. But I've had this for 10 years now, 12 years, 13 years. That's a testament in itself. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'6", about 260 pounds. Like, it has held up very well. So definitely worth investing in good equipment. This and a monitor as a designer is just time check. Shout out the time for me, please. Well, right now it is 1:37 in the afternoon. I think is what you're asking. So it's just after lunch here where we're at. Okay, so yes, Caitlin, absolutely invest in a chair. We actually have a couple offices in the house because sometimes I go live or sometimes we have client calls. And so Jenna has an office downstairs as well. And we bounce back and forth. So we actually have two setups. We have a desk up here, a standing desk, an uplift desk is what this is called. I love this thing. So like I said, I'm 6 feet, 6 inches tall. So it goes all the way up beyond basically what I need. It raises or lowers. And what's nice about that too, is because I am taller, depending on your chair height, you can get your desk exactly where you want it to be. So the right chair makes a difference, but then also the right desk height, because if it's too low and you're hunched over, whatever. So absolutely, Caitlin, definitely invest in yourself as soon as you can. The chair I have downstairs, I think was $200 from Costco. It was like a lazy boy, just still expensive for a chair, but worth it because like you only get one body, right? And so it's part of you being successful is having the right tools, having the right setup, whether it's the right lights so your eyes aren't strained, or wearing the blue light lenses like what Jenna has on. I don't even know where mine are at. It doesn't matter, but whether it's blue light glasses. The other thing I invest heavily in is I typically get the best computer I can. So the one I'm working on right now is a MacBook Pro. It has 32 gigs of RAM. It has a 1 or 2 terabyte drive. I have a lot of external drives, but because I typically work based on, finished projects, I don't so much work per hour. I have a per hour estimate when we roll with clients, but typically what I do is when I finish this logo for the umbrella company, I would just do a flat rate, whether it's a couple grand or whatever it's going to be for the logo for the brand. Yeah, we come up with that first, be an estimate. Yes. And so working fast, having the right chair that you're comfortable in, sitting longer periods of time if you need to, I highly suggest taking breaks. I highly suggest standing instead of sitting. So that's where that uplift desk comes in handy. But the faster I can be, the equipment pays for itself very quickly as you get going. So 100% recommend getting the best you can as soon as you can. My monitor, I never got that LG, have you guys seen that? The $5,000 Mac screen. I want one, but I kind of don't. It just seems a little bit over the top for me. Do you guys want to talk about? Have you guys seen this? Apple.com. If I go to, I don't remember what it's called. Let's call it display or maybe monitor. Okay. This thing, the Pro Display XDR. Have you guys seen this? $6,000 for a screen. Can I get one, babe? Nope. I'm currently using a Samsung monitor. Where's my camera? This is a 27-inch Samsung display that I got at Costco. So that's basically my setup. And then I got this really cool CalDigit, this thing. CalDigit, what do they call it? It's like a docking station. So I literally plug one cable into my laptop. It charges my laptop, and I've got like I think I have like 5 USBs coming off the back of this. I've got my microphone, my cameras, hard drives, all kinds of stuff. And then I've got a display cable coming off of here to my display. And so that way I just plug in one cable and everything just kind of plays nice. So that's my setup for right now. And I tell you this because my monitor, I think, cost under $200. It wasn't an expensive monitor at all. There's things and there's things where it's like the most expensive option is the best option. I'm considering upgrading my monitor right now because I've got some really high-end print work that I need to do, and I need to know that my colors are correct. I'll use Pantone swatches. I'll talk to the printer, and I'll do what I can to make sure the brands are locked down as far as the colors and everything looks the same. We're doing some packaging design. So I just launched a packaging mock-up course. Actually, it's not even launched yet. It's in draft mode on Skillshare. It's probably going live in the next couple of days. It'll go live probably Monday or Tuesday. And I talk about how to build your own mock-ups. And
it's a great time to get it on Skillshare because it's going up on Udemy.
Yeah. Right.
But for the 2 weeks free on Skillshare, you can watch the whole thing.
Right. I don't know if you heard that. Well, I guess I just realized I don't know if I can hear you in the mic or if I'm just hearing you because you're next to me when it's that far away. I don't know. Anyway, yes, Caitlin, that is so expensive, so crazy. So But I'm looking at upgrading my monitor. There's one I'm looking at from Dell. I think it's about a $500 to $700 monitor. Still very expensive. My reasoning for getting it is it's the ultra fine display, and it just represents colors better than the one I have. Which, yes, you can color correct with tools and stuff like that and get it close. But it's just one of those things where you kind of pick and choose your expenses. That's what's up. Ayub, what's up? Thanks for joining. About time to dive back in. It is. I need to.
Time to give away another party pack of energy.
Almost. I'm gonna give the mic to Jenna. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab. Where did I put that? It's downstairs in the other office. I'm gonna be right back.
I can't answer graphic design questions, but I can answer anything else: freelancing, business management, client management. Yeah. Oh, I'm good. Right. Yeah. 100%. Will you bring me back a water, or can I have your water? Sweet. Oh, look, I get headphones, guys. Oh my goodness. It's official. It's happening.
All right, I'll be right back.
What do you have going on here? They're gigantic. Nope, we're good. Let's be honest. Turn that way down. Way down. So, I guess, let me see. Because, for some reason, the Behance comments are not pulling in very well. Caitlin says her husband's become her business advisor. He's a compensation analyst, so he's helping with pricing. Okay, yes. So, I am actually working on developing a pricing kind of calculator worksheet to go in the planner that I'm launching, which is super exciting. It's a passion project. It's for me. And then Derek was like, other people might want to use this. And I was like, oh, well, you're not wrong. Maybe they would. But this whole idea of like, how do we price our services? Derek, he's not here, so I can talk about him. He struggles with this because he loves design. And so he's like, I would do this for free, especially if it's a project for like a nonprofit or a company whose products he's incredibly excited about. And I'm like, well, that doesn't pay the bills. Like, I love that you like it, but we have to figure out how to price this. So there are a lot of really, really great tools out there. Robert Half is, I believe, the company, roberthalf.com. They put out a salary guide every single year, and it takes into account information across the globe. So no matter where you are located, you can check what average salaries for what you're doing are in your area, whether you are just a straight up graphic designer, whether you're a UI designer, whether you are a product designer, a package designer, whatever. There's so many different things that you can do within the design world. And so from there, what you can do is you can say, okay, let's say average rate for a junior graphic designer where I live is $45,000 a year. You can divide that by, 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, or, however that works to get a general idea of what a good going rate is for you. But then you also have to remember, okay, if you're a freelancer, you're paying your own taxes. So what does that look like? So if you need to take home $20 an hour, let's say, for full-time work to pay your bills, to support your family, you need to charge closer to $22 or $23 an hour because you have to factor in how much you have to set aside for taxes, which, again, depending on where you live, may or may not be more or less. I know that some countries have just flat tax rates, others don't. So that's something to take into consideration. Thank you, sweetie. It's also important chocolate too. Oh, chocolate. It's also important to take into consideration what your market and your industry can bear. So if you're a print designer, unfortunately, depending on where you're located, often that skill set can't command as high of a rate as like interactive design, web design. So figure out what the top load of what your market can bear, and then kind of work backwards based on what's my overhead cost, how much do I really want to work? If I only want to work 20 hours a week, how much do I need to charge to still pay my bills? Right? It's that whole dance of figuring that out.
All right, watch your ears.
Okay. Watch my ears. I don't think I can physically do that. Physically watch
your ears.
my ears.
Mind your head.
Mind your head. So anyway, any tips for freelance designers getting clients online? Lots of tips. The proposal is everything. Most clients are not going to read beyond the first few sentences. So how you position yourself in those first few sentences really, really matters. That first communication. If you can set yourself up as an expert in whatever they're hoping to have done, and if you can form a personal connection with them in those first few sentences, you are well on your way to landing work. So, for example, I just posted a job listing for a client on Upwork. We're looking for a CSS developer for a sprint project. And the responses that I've been getting, within 10 seconds, I'm either deleting their application or I'm shortlisting them for the next interview. Well, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, do they spell my name right when they respond? You would be surprised how many people, when they respond to an online job listing, they don't even pay attention to that. And so as a client, if the person applying to my job listing doesn't have enough attention to detail to get that right, that doesn't give me confidence that they are going to have good attention to detail when it comes to my project. So make sure that you use their name correctly. Don't just say, "Dear client, I'd like to apply to this job," because that's not personal. That feels like a template, like a stock response. Okay. So what does catch my eye? There was a response and I think the guy was like, "Hey Jenna, like I noticed that you're from Montana. It's great to meet, a fellow Northwest United States dweller," right away, personal connection. And then he got into the more professional side of things. I've been a CSS developer for over 12 years. Here are some links to work I've designed just right off the bat. I don't have to go searching for that information. And I shortlisted him. Does that mean I'm hiring him? Not necessarily, but he caught my attention enough in those first few sentences that I was like, his application compared to the dozens of others that I had received, his bears further review. So I hope that helps. Looks like Derek's back and designing, making pretty things.
Hey guys. I'm glad I left and came back because now I've got a fresh perspective. You know what? These blue light glasses, I was going to try and be all nerdy and cool. I use these sometimes when I'm doing other things, but when this lighting it's just not working for me. All right. Anyway, yeah, stepping out for even just a second, going and grabbing a drink helps a lot. All right, getting back into the swing of things. What I'm trying to do, still struggling a little bit, is to get the shape to, I don't know why it's doing this. It's not playing like I want it to. Something weird's going on. Maybe this needs to be scaled down just a tiny bit. That's what's going on. There wasn't quite enough of an overlap. I can't hear you.
Can we switch the song?
I wish we could use Tycho or something like that. Actually, there's some Beats playlists on Epidemic. I should do that. Why are you not working like I want you to? What is happening? It's all good. One more time. Finally. All right. It worked. All right. Let's clean this up over here a little bit. All right. All right, not my favorite, but it is a look. It's an idea. Strong enough. All right, strong enough. Here's the next thing that we do. So I'm going to go ahead and start building out another artboard here. And I'm thinking in Photoshop because that's what I've been doing so long. Oh my goodness. Artboard tool. Where's my artboard tool? There it is. Is it Shift M? No. Shift O. That's right. Artboard tool. All right. So Shift O, get your artboard selected. And I can hold down the Option key and click on the title and drag a copy over here. Okay. And it clones everything on that artboard. So if I wanted to, I could just trash it real quick. Don't forget to save as you're going. And then as I get an idea that's like, okay, this is maybe cool, or at least worth showing, I'll just stack it over there so I can try and get 3 or 4 good looks. Ayub asked, do I use golden rules to make a logo design? You know, if I was I think, okay, I have a golden ruler. I don't think it's on this hard drive even. Golden rule PS. I don't know if it'll show up here. No, it didn't. Okay. On one of my other design drives, I actually made a golden rule ruler. So when you scale it, it scales to that golden ratio no matter what size you're at. That's a great reminder. I could probably dig that up and use it, but honestly, I just kind of go by feel now. I've been doing this for so long, I just kind of like look at it and decide if I like it or not. So that's, I don't know, that's how I do it. Doesn't make it right. Let's go ahead and make this black, or maybe like a dark gray. Okay, boom. There's one look down, or at least one that we can kind of play with. All right, that was
actually fun.
Yeah.
You know what that would be fun
Oh, you know what?
for?
It doesn't even have the text. Oh, we got to keep going.
You know what it would be fun for is
What's
like
that?
like a tropical drink or like a
Yeah.
like a mixer.
Oh, yeah. I like where this is going. Okay, classic. Man, this is driving me nuts when I hit space and visualize is showing the space bar freaking out. All right. Getting back up speed. I took a break. Coming back to it. Grab this text and this text. Copy it. Just switch to the hand tool. That'd be better. All right. Paste it in here. Classic Brella Association. What font was this? I forget what we said that font was. Are you still watching the chats?
I am, yeah. I was sending over the free vault memberships first, trying to take care of those.
Oh, cool.
Yep. All of the hard copy mailed stuff will go out after the live. So.
Oh, that's what we could do.
What?
Okay. Hopefully you guys can read between the lines and kind of get my process and then kind of make up your own process. I'm coming at this a little bit differently than, I mean, it's kind of the same, but being live takes more mental energy and it's hard. This is really hard. But hopefully this inspires you with your workflow. I don't know why the color didn't stay. Let's try that. What is happening? There we go. Got to select it first, guys. All right, so because I made an outline with this, I'm scaling the font back up so I can write the words next to it in the same font. What happened here. Did I somehow scale this? I hope not. It's not, I don't usually do that. But I think I did. Look at that. I must have. All right, so this is where I'm going to go all the way back. Perfect example of why you copy and clone everything. I'm going to come all the way back to here before I outline the font. I'm going to copy this one, copy it, Command-C to copy. Come all the way back over here because this should be the same size. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I can write classic. What is my process for choosing fonts? Jeremy Wilson. So at the beginning of the stream, I kind of talked about that a little bit. Showed some examples on font.adobe.com. Check that out when you get a minute.
We also talked about how one of Derek's mentors, Aaron Draplin, he recommends taking the time to explore just a ton of fonts and to come up with a personal library of 10 to 12 that really are your go-tos. And that helps give you a baseline unless you're doing a project that's really outside of the box. So that is something that you could do as well.
All right. Are we slowing down a little bit? How's our energy?
Doing good.
Woohoo.
We have 1 minute till we give away
More
another
giveaways?
case of energy drinks.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to grab this shape from the letter I in this font. Let's go ahead and duplicate it so that way I have the editable font hanging out. Let's just change the color here.
Ever had a problem with copyright? Ayub, can you go into a little bit more detail on that? A problem with copyright for images, for fonts? What exactly are you meaning here?
Sorry, I gave up talking, everybody. I got real focused.
I'm impressed that you can design and talk at the same time. I don't think I
it's-
could write and talk at the same time.
It's a hot struggle.
You're a rock star.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so as I look at this, something to consider, he means with fonts. So something to consider when you're designing, the shape of this umbrella is very, very symmetrical because we use circles to design it. There's no variation to it, but when you look at these fonts, there's a little bit more whimsy to it. Looks more like a brush where there's some variation in the stroke weight. So I need to figure out how I want to implement that into this umbrella. These edges here are very hard, sharp edges. And so I probably should round this out a little bit and kind of borrow from the shape of this font a little better. I could also modify things a little bit better. So we're going to save this, Command G, scale it down a little bit.
While you're doing that, if I can, we are going to do another giveaway.
Another
So
giveaway.
we'll do it the same as before, where I'm going to just keep a list of all comments that happen in the next 10 minutes. And I want you to comment with your favorite font. Ready to go.
Mine's Papyrus.
Fun
But-
fact, I have a tattoo with papyrus on it in your honor, I think.
Wait, no, it's not Papyrus.
Is it?
You were gonna do it.
Oh, and then we didn't. We did your handwriting instead. Or
No,
did I
it's
do
something-
papyrus? Now I'm curious. We have to look.
Anyway, back when we were dating,
I used to send him everything in Papyrus.
Yeah, back and we were. What messenger was that? Was it AOL? What messenger was that? Was it MySpace? Whichever messenger lets you choose your fonts. She would send me everything in Papyrus because she knew it drove me absolutely bonkers.
Shoot us your favorites.
So this is where when I make something, I end up converting it to outlines because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect these right here and kind of clean it up a little bit. And by making it a shape, and to do that, when you have a font, you come up here to type and then create outlines somewhere. Oh, it's already an outline, so it doesn't show up, but create outlines, Shift Command O.
It's a good one.
Then I can come down here and do things and make it exactly what I want it to be.
Does Kimberly have a, what's it actually called? I'm going to make a list of all of our favorite fonts. Do you have a, what's it actually called?
So I just made a shape here to bridge this gap. And now, oh, that is not quite perfect. Shift M to get my shape merge tool. I'm going to merge this shape together. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Got to select them together first. Oh, come on. I'm digging where this is going. I got to get a different umbrella. I don't like that umbrella, but I like this. I like where this is going a lot. All right. So let's see. I forget how to do it. It's been so long. There's a way to round. Can I just grab it from here? Yes, that fixed everything. All right, guys, what I did, selected the umbrella. And because it's a shape, you can round corners, right? I've got the direct selection tool selected, hit the letter A. And then these little circles, they're like little white circles. It's tough to see because it zooms small. Click and drag to modify the corners of my shape. Oh, that fixed everything so much better. It kind of borrows from the curvature we're seeing there. That's better. That's a million times better. Let's work on that. I don't mind it. Okay, what else can we do? I'm going to save this, group it, Command G to group it. Pull this down, zoom in. All right, let's grab. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, so much. And thanks for hanging around, you guys. You guys have been here the whole time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out.
I almost just fell off my chair. Lotto is good, Neil. I actually have a client who wants that and Monstera for their
What?
Neil said Lotto, and
Oh, yeah.
it's a good one. I have a client that I'm doing that and Montserrat for their web stuff, and it looks good together.
Good comments.
What did Michael say?
I don't know.
As I missed. Aquatic.
Jeremy came late to the party. Has Jeremy won anything yet?
I don't think so, but I got him on here.
All right.
Fairwater, he says.
All right.
We have 5 more minutes, so
5 more minutes? Okay.
keep them coming, guys. Keep the ideas
I'm trying
coming.
to remember. All I can think of is the Puppet Warp tool in Photoshop where you drop anchor. I want to bend the umbrella a little bit, but I can't remember if there's like a Puppet
Google
Warp
it.
in Illustrator.
Google it. If you don't know, you guys, you can find the answer
All
to
right.
anything. It's my go-to.
There is. This might get weird with volume. Mute.
Yeah, well, you look at that. Caitlin's asking. Well, we don't balance it well or gracefully, I'll tell you that much. She asked how we manage a large family and a booming business. It's a hot mess expressed constantly.
Everybody says work-life balance.
Yeah, there is no such thing as work-life balance.
One or the other.
Yep. And our word for the year that we picked was present. We want to do less multitasking, more single tasking, where if we're working, we're focusing on work. And if we're with our family, we're focusing on our family. And, but the best thing that you can do is find a good scheduling tool and find a good scheduling system. We are still working this out for ourselves.
Find a good spouse. It kind of starts at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you marry the wrong person.
You're sweet. You're sweet. Because, I mean, right now, so Derek and I both have full-time jobs. I'm an actual employee for a company. Which is new. Yeah, we both just started full-time, like literally last week was our first week, and it was a rough week. This week was. So we both have full-time jobs. Derek teaches courses online. And I am a freelance writer, and I also have a Sprint freelance client that I'm full-time for right now as well. So I have 2 full-time jobs through February. And we homeschool, which we're taking a very, very loose look at right now. But that's okay, because again, seasons come and go, and you have to embrace the season that you're in while still looking forward to the one that's up ahead. And crazy seasons don't last, especially if you're intentional about learning from the crazy and finding ways through it.
Good stuff.
Oh.
Life lessons with Derek and Jenna.
That's right.
Anybody miss the
Got our
podcast that we used to do? No, please don't crash.
Save?
I don't remember when I saved last. Okay. Whew, that was so scary. I'm going to step back a minute. I'm going to save. That was scary.
Got 2 minutes left, guys. Get your font things in here.
All right. So I found...
Mirar is asking if we have the liberty to change. We did at the beginning. This is all fictitious.
Oh,
But we're locked in now.
yeah. So if we... Wow, too many things on my brain. Why is this doing this? Try this. Let me just finish my thought here, guys. Nope, that's not going to do it. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. This is going to make it fun. Okay, let's step back a couple so we can see what the heck I did. Okay, save. All right.
1 minute left. Get
There-
your stuff in.
There is a Puppet Warp tool in Illustrator. I've never used it till now. I usually use that in Photoshop. So I found it in the menu. I had to kind of dig a little bit. It doesn't have a shortcut. Oh, under the free transform tool, if you hit the letter E, it'll show the free transform tool, which is what I use all the time to scale. So then once you hit the letter E, you can see in the toolbar where that's going to be, and then click and hold on that, and you'll find the Puppet Warp tool nestled underneath. Boom. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to click on this umbrella to drop a pin. I'll come down here, drop another pin, and then one more down there. I'm going to click once on this one that it somehow automatically added. We'll delete it. And now I should be able to grab this and I can kind of bend it. And because I dropped, that's so cool. Because I dropped these anchor points here, it's fixing those as kind of like a joint. So if I delete it, whichever one I want, it's going to behave differently when I scale. Delete that one. I'm just kind of playing around here, you guys. Delete that one for a giveaway. Drum roll, please.
Hold on. I jumped the gun. Out of 12.
Out of 12. All right. So what we're going to do, somebody asked about what we're doing with the logos and if we have. All right. So what we did to start off this whole live series, we had a Excel spreadsheet with a bunch of adjectives, nouns, and whatever these are called. And so we randomly generated a number between 1 and 22 to get the, what is this called? The classic.
Describer?
Yeah, we got the classic. The first number we got was 15, the classic umbrella. Where is umbrella? Then we got 19, the number 19, and then association. We had number 6. So that's how we got here. So we just generated a random number. Whatever the number was, we picked from this list. So that's where the logos came from. All right. So how many people you said? 11? 12. So we are just on Googled random number generator 1 through, not 20, 12. I'm going to generate a drum roll. Number 8. Neil Brooks.
Yes,
did he show up while I was
did.
gone? I slacked him. Good man.
All right.
Neil, what's he get?
He gets the energy drink party pack.
Woo, energy. Remind me, Neil, where you're at. I can't remember.
And shoot us an email, Neil, so we can figure out how to get that.
He's not in the States. That's going to be a tough one.
We can Amazon Prime it.
All right. Well, we'll give that a try.
win.
If that
Or
doesn't
we can do a gift
work,
card.
we'll
figure it
give you
out.
something else, Neil. I kind of feel like he's friends and family. Is he allowed to win?
Should we just do another one?
Oh my gosh.
Let's do another one.
Yes, do another one. Neil, you win.
Woo!
Neil's also a Vault member. He also helps manage our Facebook group, which we briefly started talking to him about how we're moving to a different group.
Yeah.
That needs to circle back. Full conversation.
Let's do another
number?
one,
All right.
and then you can get back to designing.
Number 5.
Number 5, Roxandra.
What was her font? Did you write down?
Yes, her font was Bebas New.
Bebas New. That's a good one. That's a staple in my arsenal.
She
I don't
was from
see.
Behance.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. Roxandra, shoot me an email at completegraphicdesign@gmail.com, and we'll get you hooked up with this Bang Energy party pack right here. Whoop, whoop.
That'd be fun. All right. I kind of lost track of what I was doing. All right. We are back at the pin.
40 minutes left.
40 minutes left. Wow. You guys have stuck with us.
You have rock stars. Almost 40 people online right now.
That's so cool. So cool. You guys are awesome. Oh, this is gotta bob your head a little bit. All right. Oh, good call. Without a point on the top of the umbrella, the first impression is that it's a mushroom.
Ah.
Okay.
Good catch.
All right.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Right? I feel like that towards our earlier experience. All right. So what I'm doing now, jumping back into this Puppet Warp tool here in Illustrator. To find it, hit the letter E to get your free transform tool. Pull it up, and then I drop some anchor points. And what I'm trying to do is just add a little more whimsy to this logo, make it a little more unique by kind of just tilting this a little bit. And I don't think I want it, obviously, not that far, but the baseline here kind of gets messed up. So I might need to drop some more anchor points. This music might be a little much for you guys. I kind of apologize, but I'm digging it a little bit right now. Okay, so I don't know. Sometimes a little bit goes a long ways. Okay, so what I'm looking at now, I don't remember how to hide this guide. View. Hide corner widget. Yeah, that thing right there. Nope, just kidding. It wasn't that. It's been so long since I've done the perspective grid. Hide grid. Why are these still there? Change tool maybe? All right, cool. What I'm looking at is visually how my eye, let me zoom in so you can see this. My eye is following the edge of this umbrella kind of down to the top of the B here, and then kind of down. If we drew guides, it's just kind of framing in this text.
Can we draw guides? How would they do that?
I mean, you could if you wanted to. So Command R to get my ruler. Yeah, you can pull the music down. Sorry, it's a little much. Pull down a guide. Command R, got my ruler. Click up here, pull it down. And then I don't even know how to, Command Option semicolon is my shortcut. It's in here somewhere. View, rulers, Command Option semicolon. I don't even see where it's at. Trying to lock and unlock the guides, and I don't remember. I just remember the shortcut. So right now I can click off and come back to it and still modify the guide. Command Option and semicolon, or L on your keyboard, locks them and unlocks them. Command Option semicolon. I said L. I didn't mean that. So now I can select it. I can drag it down. Then I can hit the letter R to get my rotate tool. And I can click on that ruler. And then I can click and drag. It's being a little weird because I'm live. It's kind of cutting out on me. I can't see what I'm doing. Usually it stays. So I can draw guides that aren't just, you know, horizontal or vertical, right? Let's see. Grab this, click on it, rotate it, hold down shift to make it a 90 or 45. Come on now. There we go. And I can move this guide in place. So if I was trying to be like really particular about it, I could, you know, I could move things around, but it's just kind of a rough visual. Can you even see that on the broadcast? I don't know. All right, let's delete those guides. I'm digging this umbrella a lot more, a little more whimsy going on. It kind of messed up. This was a little more straight here on that L. This added a little more character to this one, which I don't mind, but let's clean that up a little bit. Drag another copy down. Direct select onto this stem here. And I'm going to grab this anchor point up here and just kind of eyeball it. Okay, that's cool. Let's finish cleaning up the font. I started connecting these stems. Let's connect this E down here. Change this color just so you can see what I'm drawing. No, not that. And I've got snapping turned on, so it snapped to the edge before I started drawing. I'm just kind of eyeballing this here. I don't know.
This just helps make it easier for your eye, right? So that you make sure that everything flows, because our eyes try to fill in the gap, right?
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, it makes it look a little less like a font when everything's connected. And I mean, do whatever you guys want. I'm just kind of.
No, I'm talking about the guides.
Color.
Like when you're thinking about like the flow of things, if there is a gap in between elements, your eyes are going to try to fill it in. So try to make it truly align.
Yeah. It's getting a little glitchy here. Clean up this R.
So while Derek's doing this, for another giveaway for a lifetime Vault membership, that means access to all of his courses, drop in the messages wherever you're looking from, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Behance, whether it's YouTube. What's something related to graphic design that you're interested in learning this year? And then we'll give about 10 minutes for that, and then we'll draw with a random number generator.
Not sure if this got weird. Web design, Caitlin says. Is that font more specific? Yeah. What kind of web design? Mainly logo designing. Hey, good for Hard. Is it Hardell? I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. But Illustrator and logo designing, you guys are in luck. If you can't tell already, January, logo design and Illustrator is what I'm actually going to be focusing on. So that's exciting. That works out good. Okay, so did I? Yeah, I don't know what she just said to me because I was focused. Okay, you know what I might do? Okay, if I was into like taking a lot of time, I might change this L to kind of come through here. We could do that still. I just don't know if I'm hung up on that right now. All right, so things you want to learn: web design, Adobe, mainly logo designing, Illustrator, UI design, Adobe XD. Adobe XD is fun. I've started getting into that a lot more. It's been really good. I actually use that for a project here, for the Ask Santa project. I wireframed in that one. Jeremy's learning web design and how to code front end. Michael, logo design and Illustrator for your main. Oh, no, not main. For my clothing brand. Why don't you go ahead and self-promote a little bit, Michael? Do you got a link or something you can share with us? Your clothing brand. Tell us a little bit more about what you're up to, dude. That sounds cool. All right. I am going to... Okay, here's what I would do. I'm trying to decide if it's... What time is it? How much time do we have left? Half an hour. Okay. All right, let's... I want to connect this, but I also want to take forever. So let's... I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, guys. I'm totally screwing this up. Oh, I forgot to make a copy too. Well, I hope I like where I'm going with it. It's kind of getting difficult to get a little jumpy here. So this is what I like about creating outlines with fonts. You can go through and really customize everything to be exactly what you want it to be. And I could spend a lot of time getting this just right. I don't know if that's the best use of my time right now, but at least you can kind of see how much further we can push this. Okay. How's everybody doing? I hear the dogs downstairs getting into stuff. I'm just not connecting that. All right. I'm digging that. I think for the sake of, I actually really like where this is going. That's always fun. Sometimes I do stuff and I hate it and it takes a long time. It's always fun when I do something that I think is heading the right direction. All right. So now we've got a logo. We should play with some colors or something. All right, I'm pretty happy with this one. You know what we didn't do is add anything to the top. right, that's the one. Let's keep playing. What? Michael's a former pro wrestler in Scotland. That is really cool. Sorry you got injured though. That is so cool. Jenna's Google stalking you right now, Michael. She's curious. That's amazing, she says. What are you doing so far away? Okay. Yes, that is correct. I'm touch typing. Where did you see that at? Are you on Behance? Jeannie says on Behance. Yes, I am using. That's kind of why I had the camera. Can I move this maybe? More better. That's scary. Coming in hot. All right. 2 minutes for what? Give them what they want to learn. All right. Well, I mean, I don't have to. Do I have to kill the feed? I guess I.
No, not left. For this round of.
Oh, this round of giveaways. Oh, we're doing more giveaways. Oh my goodness.
That's what they're typing in.
Oh, okay. What are we doing? Okay. That you kind of see the keyboard. Oh, yeah. So I'm using the space bar to get my, and I'm using an app called Visualize to show my shortcuts. So when I hold on the space bar, I'm really using the hand tool, but Visualize thinks I'm just hitting space bar a ton. I guess I could hit the letter H and then just do it once and then have the hand tool. And then Shift, Command, Control, everything kind of happens right here on my keyboard. That's how I work. So, all right. Okay, so here's where we're at. Let's take a giant step back. View. Window. No, view. Command 0. Fit artboard. Zoom out. Frame minus. Fit all in window. There we go. All right, so this is where we started, guys. Quick recap. We used a random number generator that I think I closed on accident. So if you google.com, search random number generator, it pops up and you can just say a number between 1 and whatever. So Jenna made an Excel spreadsheet, which she posted somewhere in the chat. There's like a link or something. So here's a bunch of adjectives. And then here's a bunch of nouns. And then a bunch of other words. Okay, so you pick a number between 1 and 22 because I've got 22 lines right now. So we'll say max is 22. I'll generate a number. So number 11 is precious. Generate another number. Number 13 is landscape. Precious landscape. 22. Precious Landscape Coalition.
Did we start over?
No, I'm just catching up people who maybe just jumped in live.
Another one. That one's not so good.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm just showing them how we did it. So that way you guys can follow along. Oh my gosh. I need to set up a microphone back there so you can join in next time. All right. So that's how we did this. That's how we got to the words Classic Umbrella Association. Okay, those are the words we're making for this logo. And then we started getting some inspiration. We grabbed these screenshots from Behance just to kind of get some color ideas. We went and looked at some different umbrella ideas. And then we kind of jumped right in. Now we got these fonts by going to fonts.adobe.com. And we found... Adobe.com. We found some font packs up here at the top. Click on font packs. There's all kinds of great font packs if you're not sure what to pair fonts with. And so we ran with one of these. That's kind of how we ended up where we're at. So then we just started kind of fooling around, trying to warm up, trying to get used to the idea, the text, whatever. Started kind of throwing down some different ideas. I think it was Ryan had the idea to do the C as the umbrella and the U as the handle. And as we were going through that, I noticed that this font had two different L's, and seeing this L like this made me think of the umbrella handle. And that's kind of how we got to where we are. We had this other scripty font we were going to play with, but I think we're just going to keep going here. We're running out of time. Oh, Jenna, random, you got to come announce it. Oh, she's
Jordan Golding from
Jordan Golding from Behance.
wants to learn about graphic novel
Wants to learn about graphic novel layout. Okay.
You want a gift card?
He won a gift card. Shoot you an email. Whoa. Oh.
Congrats.
One more time. What was the name on that?
Jordan Golding.
Jordan Golding. Email completegraphicdesign@gmail.com to claim your prize. What did he win? A gift card to where? I think to Creative Market. We have several. This was an expensive day. All right. Sharing the love. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. So let's continue on with the review of where we're at, what we're doing. All right. So, okay. That's kind of where we're at. This Brella font was, well, it's not called Brella. It's called Vicom Script, but that was going to be a fun look that just didn't happen because we kind of kept going. Then I got to this shape. I was trying to build this umbrella and I was just really getting mental with it and overthinking life and everything. I ended up doing just a circle with these 3 circles to knock out the umbrella shape. I finally got my life figured out and it worked good. And then I brought over that one look and just kind of kept refining things, started connecting the tails and the different things here on the fonts, on the glyphs, kept pressing it, compressing it. Then we did the pinning. We used the Puppet Warp tool. Hit the letter E, I get my free transform, come down here to Puppet Warp, and started bending this umbrella a little bit. I didn't like how thick the handle got here, so I refined that a little bit. Changed the L from connecting up here to connecting down here. I could probably clean up the curve down here a little bit more. I probably should, but it is what it is at this point. But here I go. I'm going to fix this a little bit. That's a little better. I have no idea. This song is you can't hear it. It's like a metal guitar slide, Western sounding with a beat to it. But for some reason, it made me think of the Avengers and all the Marvel movies. We should watch some of those tonight. That'd be fun. All right, that's better. Okay, literally, I could spend hours and hours. You can't let it take that long, though, guys. You got to be a little bit faster than that. It's a little glitchy right now, but I could spend a long time making sure that my logos are dialed in and pixel perfect when it comes to everything. And that's kind of how I do it. Caitlin's a huge Marvel fan. I knew we liked Caitlin. You're still hanging out with us, too. Thanks for hanging out. Uh-oh. Please don't be crashed. Oh, everything went away on my screen, and I thought I broke it. Okay, cool. So there we go. Let's put the finishing touches on this. All right. That wasn't even the right one. Way to go, Derek. Copy that. Delete that. Paste it in here. Let's center things. Okay, so this is the final look for this round. Let's push this further. So let's pretend that we showed a bunch of different looks to the client. Usually what I would do if I'm going to show looks, I would, scatter these all around and I'd be like, yo, here's a few different looks for you. And then I would drop numbers next to them, letter T, click once. Yeah, I'd make them align and pretty. I'd probably use Myriad Pro because I don't know. I just do. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I would line them up. I'd number them. Maybe not this huge. Go. 1, in no particular order. 2. 3. 4. All right, cool. And then I would send them a screenshot, or I'd somehow get them the file, and I'd be like, here's some ideas, but there would be more than just these ideas, like 4 or 5 actually different looks. They'd tell me what they would like, and then I'd be like, awesome, very cool. Like, here's the one that you think you like, right? So we're here now. We've got the look the client likes, the fictitious company. Jeremy, you're welcome, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. Good to have you here. Hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. This was fun. This was expensive, but this was fun. We gave away a lot of cool stuff today. Super pumped to do it, you guys. All right, so we've got this logo. The client's happy. They're so close, and if we finish this thing, they're actually going to pay us real monies. Colors. All right, so here's kind of my thought process on colors. Here's how I would do this. One of the ways. Shift O to get my artboard tool. Hover over the word artboard down here. I know it's tough to see because I've got it zoomed out. Hold down the option key, click and drag over here. Hold down the shift key, and now I've got another clone. All right. I'm going to scale this down. We kind of played with colors. I mean, you can play with colors a lot of different ways. I could designate a whole artboard to just, well, it just happened. There we go. No, I want to copy it. There we go. Delete that. I could designate a whole artboard to just all these colors we started exploring. I mean, and you can explore colors so many different ways. You could print them up. You could just do swatches. Your swatches don't have to be square. I mean, you could make them look like that. It doesn't really matter. You could do circles. That'd be fun. Make a bunch of swatches that are circles, right? Make it your own. It doesn't really matter. Have fun with it. Whatever. There we go. I sample that one and that one and that one. Okay. You can do colors however you want, but what I end up doing almost always when I'm designing a logo is I will get a new artboard. We're working with a regular letter size piece of paper here. I've got to, I'll come back to that question. Near jar. All right, so I click once on the canvas with the rectangle tool, so then I can physically key in the dimensions I want. Since this is a 11 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall, it's a piece of paper, letter paper turned sideways. So the width, half of 11, is 5.5. Hit tab. And the height is still the full 8.5 inches, so 8.5. So 5.5, 8.5, hit return, and now I get a box that is exactly half of this piece of paper. Now I can align it. Make sure over here I've got my align panel, so go to window, down to align. Okay, I'm going to align this to the artboard, so then I can click on the left-hand side to make sure this is aligned flush left. Just kidding, flush right. And then center it. Right here, vertical align center. Click on that. Boom. Now I've got a rectangle on this side and I've got a white thing on this side. So here's a few different ways we can play with colors. The other thing I'm going to do is copy the shape over here. Throw it to the back. Shift click on my logo. And then now, without touching anything else on my keyboard, click one more time on my rectangle, and that's going to say, so now I'm aligning to the key object. And by clicking once on this, without touching anything, after it's all been selected, it's saying this rectangle is now my key object, okay? So we are going to click to horizontally and vertically center this thing, okay? Now I don't really need the shape anymore, delete it. All right, so this is centered here. I'm going to drag a copy up here. Let's drag a copy down here. Command G to group this all. Let's just align this to the artboard. There we go. Okay, so I've got 3 of these here. All right, so my color, let's play with, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. We're just kind of screwing around trying to get some ideas here. All right. Don't forget to save. Okay, so I'm going to jump back real quick to the question, does it happen if a client disapprove all the designs? Yeah, that happens, actually. It sucks when it does. And I know Jenna is responding, but I don't know if all these come through all the different broadcasts, so I'm just going to add them to the feed. Great question. Usually we tell the clients to... Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was thinking. We tell the clients to review the looks we provide, and then we give specific feedback and what they like, what they don't. It makes me feel like they have a say. Often clients... Sorry, guys. Let's see. Often clients will take an element from one. Yeah, we call that Frankensteining, when they take an element from one and add it to another one. So to add to that, okay, so typically the way that we work is if a client, nope, wrong button. There we go. We usually say, how many rounds of revisions are we giving these days? 3 or 4? I mean, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if they want to keep paying me to try different looks, then whatever, like, that's great. But at some point, if it takes more than 3 or 4 revisions, then either I'm not listening, or the client is not being very clear, or the client is being very indecisive. And so what we end up doing is we send a look, and then we try and get that feedback from them, right? And before we've done any of that, we've done a long amount of what we call discovery. And if you want to see me do that with a real client, I've got a course on Skillshare and a course on Udemy and in the Vault. If you buy the Vault or join the Vault, if you go to derekmitchell.com/vault, you can learn more about that. I get access to everything. You can see me go through a client where we do multiple calls before I even design anything, where we do what's called discovery, where we really understand what the client likes and what they don't like. Just because a client says, hey, I want this to be modern or grungy or vintage or classic or whatever they come up with, doesn't always mean that's what they mean. That's what they think they mean. But then when they see what that actually looks like, they're like, oh, well, I meant this. So we show them real things and have them show us what they like about that. Because sure, maybe I went to college for 4 years and have a really expensive degree in art. And I know the terms, but they might not know the terms, or they might be thinking that means something different. And so by showing them pictures and having them describe clearly in a discovery phase, that helps us get much closer to the first round of revisions to something that they're going to like. Okay, so then they give us that feedback and we go back and forth a couple rounds. But typically I don't show colors in the first or even second round of revisions. Typically I work in grayscale because I want them to see the shape of it before they get confused by color. And in fact, that reminds me, as we dive in here, I kind of jumped right into color. Let's duplicate this over one more time. The first round that I might show to a client wouldn't include color yet. I would still be working grayscale. And I might even flip this actually. Shift O up in the options bar. So I would send them something like this first. All right. There we go. So once we decided on a look or a couple looks, if we had multiple versions, I would send them an artboard that was about like this, with the goal being for them to see how their logo looks reversed out in white. If there's any weird negative space happening because it's, a white logo on a dark background. And then also, again, seeing it one color like that. So I would probably send them that look first just to see what they think before we get too far down, because color confuses. If I showed them this, right? Yeah, and Jenna says back there, if they hate purple, they're gonna be like, yeah, I hate the design. I don't like this one, but I like the other one, and it's just because of the color, not because of the shape. The shape might be solid. The other thing I want to point out as I'm working through here, memory is cheap. Vectors are free. So if we zoom back out, look at all this nonsense I've got on here, like all kinds of stuff. I'm just, as my brain, it's not even really, I mean, I'm not worried about organizing this too much yet. I'm just trying to let my brain wander and see what happens. Oh, Hardell. What if you make the umbrella icon and association red color and the rest all black? This is for white background. Yeah, 100%. Like, we can do anything. These colors I was trying to grab earlier, I was trying to stay away from red and black because I like red and black and I do that for everything, but let's do red and black. And I think I even copied a swatch of colors that inspired me. Yeah, we do have to be careful of red because of Traveler's Insurance. We don't want to... Oh, no, please don't crash. Oh, I need a new battery. Camera battery just died. Hey, Jenna, I need you. All right. So how long was that? What time is it? Almost 3 hours. So that battery in that DSLR lasts almost 3 hours. Good to know. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the battery just died. I need a new camera battery. All right. Huh? No, just the camera right down there. Oh. Oh, she loves me. I wish you could see this, you guys. Here, I need the camera battery from down there. It's plugged in around the wall. All right. She just door dashed Panda Express. I'm so excited right now, you guys. All right. So I'm going to sample this red from this swatch, from this idea thumbnail. Ooh, that's a little dark. Oh, okay. So turn it off right back there to the off button. And then down here, there's a little thing, push slide, and it pops the battery out. You guys want to see what she's doing? My lovely assistant. All right. New battery.
Back on?
I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it on? About to find out. Hey, and we're back. All right. All right.
No, the limit is basically 2 hours and 45
2 hours and 45 minutes. Good to know. Wow, this has gone by fast. I'm so pumped you guys are still here. Send some to my door. Caitlin wants some DoorDash. One more gift card giveaway for the black background. What if you have the umbrella and association white and the rest red? Okay, let me screen.
Send ideas on your favorite like color combos.
Yeah, ideas on your favorite color combos. All right, so let me think through this. So we want the umbrella icon and association red. Okay, umbrella icon, association red. That is not really red. That's like, it's not doing it for me. Panda smells so good. Something weird's going on. I keep sampling other things in the canvas and it turns to this shade of blue. Like if I click on the white over here. Oh, I know what it is. That makes sense. I'm using Visualize and the eyedropper tool sees the mouse click as blue when I click. Good to know. Okay, good to know. Problem solving. Ah. I don't know if this is what you meant, but that's kind of cool. Red color and the rest all black. I didn't do black. I did kind of a charcoal, but that's cool. And let's change this color to this. Ooh, that looks gross. Okay, so there's a good example. So this much red darker looks good, but as soon as I sampled the exact same color from this umbrella, that got real bright real fast. So what I could do is get my gradient tool, hit the letter G, and then come over here into my windows. We've got the gradient. Let's do a radial gradient. Yeah. Okay. Click on this guy. Add some more black to it. Oh, that's looking better. Hit the letter G to get my gradient tool. This music is too much for me. There we go. Click from the top left, kind of come down a little bit with it, or maybe follow the angle of the umbrella. Maybe the umbrella is the boom. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of nice and pretty. There's an option for us. All right. Very strong color combo. All right, guys, this panda is smelling so good. I might have to wrap this feed up here pretty soon. I don't know.
We're about there. We got 4 minutes left.
All right. Thank you. That looks dope. Cool. That's pretty awesome. All right. I'm digging it. That looks very cool. And honestly, red, black, and gray and white. Very, very, very classic color scheme there. All right, so how do we wrap this up for our client? Great way to bring it back home. Okay, honestly, things are a little glitchy right now. I'm going to quit Visualize, I think. This is driving me nuts. We're at the tail end here. Hopefully that's part of why it's a little bit. Okay, so how would I wrap this up for our client? Well, the best way... I don't even know if that course is still published on Udemy. The quickly batch export logo files for clients. It's in the vault. It might be on Skillshare. They might have turned it off though, because it was. Anybody that wants to join the vault, we have the crazy deal happening. No way. Are you kidding me? Wow. We are giving stuff away. She's just doing a 20% off on top of the other. I don't know what it was. Crazy deal. All right. Wow. Very cool. Hopefully we see you all in the vault. I go through in detail how to export files for clients. So basically what I would do here, let me think about this for a second. It's been a minute. I don't even know if I have a final logo on this hard drive or if it's still on the server. Hydration Junkie, that was a good one. Hydration Junkie, they're a cool company. They were featured on Shark Tank, actually, and so we were working on their brand. I think I can show this stuff. See if this opens. Okay, so here's how I package a file or a logo, for clients. So same principle you've already seen. I go through and I make all these artboards. And if I hit Shift O to get my artboard tool and I click on this, you can see in the options bar up top, we can rename the artboards. Kimberly, you're welcome. Thanks for joining in today. So what I'm doing now, I went through and I named all of these artboards. Okay. And there's a lot going on here. That course is really cool. It shows exactly how I do it. It's called How to Quickly Batch Export Logo Files for Clients. It's a ridiculously long title, but it is what it is. It's on Skillshare. Yeah, get that free 2-week thing. Join the link somewhere. I don't know. Jim posted it. So I renamed the name of the artboards. I've got the artboard tool selected, Shift O. Clicked on the artboard, changed the name up here. Okay, so this one's called Brand Details. And then I used the type tool to just literally type in the word Brand Details up here. Otherwise, this would be gone. It wouldn't be up here. So brand details. So the brand details. Okay, well, here's the mark. Here's the stacked version. Here's the horizontal version. Here's what we call clear space. So as it scales, we're using the letter H as a guide to kind of know how much look or how much clear space to give this logo as it scales to different sizes. And then I go through and I pull out all these brand details. So I pull out the brand colors, the hex code, the Pantone, like everything. I go nuts with it. So adding lots of value for my clients, right? So these are all the different colors and the base fonts and everything for this package. So this artboard is 8.5 by 11. It's just a regular letter size paper. That's why I spell out all the brand details. Okay. And then here's some comparisons. So here's the stacked version and here's the horizontal version on their brand color to kind of make it feel cohesive. So the logo itself is grayscale or just all white. And basically what we're doing here is, sorry, I got distracted. So Hardell, please do this kind of tutorial again. Very helpful. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm super glad this was helpful. And the replay will be up. This will be up on YouTube and Behance, I'm assuming. I don't need to pull it down. Yeah, it's up on Behance. Well, you should just be there to be able to replay. So hopefully you can just watch this if you want to start from the beginning and fast forward. But anyway, this brand layout, there is no color in the actual logo. The color comes from the background, which then by association, it matches the brand and it feels like it belongs there. Okay. So this one, Shift O, is called Comparisons, is what I called this artboard, which is interesting. I don't remember doing that. Okay. So then I've got the horizontal, Shift O, horizontal black. If I click on this right here in the artboard, I can see it's called horizontal black. This one's called horizontal charcoal. It's getting kind of glitchy. This one's called horizontal blue. Okay, so I went through and I named all of these different artboards. And what I did to get these artboards, so if I grabbed this guy right here that has my clear space included, all right, drag a copy out here, Shift O to get my artboard tool, come to the corner, click and drag, and now I've got an artboard that's the exact same size as the clear space of this logo. And I can delete all this extra stuff here. Change my colors back. And now I've got a new artboard. This one's called Artboard 43. I could click in here and I could name this whatever I want. Okay. So once you get all of this dialed in, I'm going to delete this. I don't screw things up. All right. Once I get all this done, right? All this is done for the client. Then the coolest thing about this, I've got all these different variations, all of the artboards named, whatever they are. I'm going to come up here to File. It used to be under Scripts. If you got an older version of Illustrator running, it used to be under Scripts. Now it's under Export. I think. It's been a minute. Export as. Put it on my desktop. And we're going to make a new folder called Export Samples, just so you guys can see what it does. So down here is where the magic happens. We've got the format. And we have this little checkbox to use artboards. Okay, so all those artboards we just made, I can use all of them, or I can do a range like 1, 3 through, like I could do 1, skip artboard number 2 by using a comma, and then 3-7. So it'll export artboards 1, export artboards 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so you can do that kind of stuff to do different range exports, or just click the all button. Okay, so export samples, I'd make a new folder in here called PNG. Click create. All right, all artboards, PNG, I'll click export. And now the resolution, depending on what you're going to use this for, if it's web or print, I'll export it as high. And we can leave the background transparent, change it from white to transparent. I'll click OK. And Illustrator is going to roll that out. There's so many ways to export. I'm just kind of showing you my thought process, to be honest. Yeah. It might, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So let's jump back into Finder. Second wind. Here we go. Export samples, PNG, and look at it spit out every one of those artboards as a PNG with transparent background. So my details page is even transparent, right? So then I'm using my up and down arrow key. I'm on a Mac, so I just hit spacebar to do a quick preview of all these files. Okay, so I have all of these exported that the client could use to drop into anything they wanted to do, because they probably don't have design software. So a PNG lets them use this transparent, whether it's on like a slide or whatever they're going to do. Okay, so I've got my PNG exported. I'm going to right click in here, make a new folder. Let's call this, I could call it Illustrator, or sometimes I call it AI Illustrator. Did I spell it right? Yes. Okay, so there's my Illustrator files. So let's come back in here. We'll go Command Shift S, save as. Let's go back to desktop, export samples, Illustrator. My format down here is Adobe Illustrator. And let's just save this thing. Click OK. So now it's saved in there. Now Command Shift S, save as. This time down here in the format, we're going to change it to a PDF. Export samples. Let's make a new folder called, you guessed it, PDF. And a couple things we could do. We could either export, I forget how to do this. Typically I just smash it all into one file. So PDF, click all, click save. There we go. We're going to preserve Illustrator editing capabilities. I forget. There's an option. There's an option to make it like either all in one document or separate pages. And to be honest, I think it's in a different spot and I forget. But we're just going to save. Just save the PDF. We're going to keep going. You can figure it out later. So it's going to open this PDF and it's going to have all of the pages for them, 13 pages of every artboard, right? All in one handy file. And what's cool is a PDF will save the scalability. It'll save the vector assets. So this is actually a great way to send a logo. Okay. Now back to this export sample. We need a JPEG. So let's make a JPEG. We'll go to file. I think it's save as. It might be export. I forget. Yeah. Export. So not save as in Illustrator. File, export, export as. We're going to go to JPEG. We're going to use all those artboards. We're going to go back to our JPEG folder. And sometimes I'll split this out in two ways. So let's do this first round as print files. So we'll leave the color as CMYK. We'll crank up the quality. Resolution's 300. Embed the color profile. We'll click OK. We'll jump back into this JPEG folder and we're going to add on to this dash print. Okay. So that way we know these are all the print files and they're huge. Printable. Okay. All these. All right. Let's come back. And what's cool is it adds, forgot to mention this. So it's adding the file name, which is Hydration Junkie Logo Final Outlined, and adding the artboard name of each artboard. Super cool. All right, last, let's jump back in. Let's add a new folder and let's call this JPEG, JPG-web, okay? Jump back in here, go to File, Export, Export as, JPEG, use artboards. Make sure it's on our desktop in that sample export folder, Web, Export. And this time we're gonna change our color mode to RGB. And we're going to change our resolution down to 72. And we might even compress this a little bit and bring it down to like 7 or 8 on the quality, just so it's a smaller image for websites. Oh crap, I forgot to click on the checkbox that said embed the sRGB color profile, which will make it look the most consistent across the board. Jump back into here, jump back into our web, and we can see the difference. This one is only 90 kilobytes in the web folder. And this one is 2.7 megabytes. So you can see how it compressed it down. So I would have all of these, and then depending on the font I used, whether we licensed it, whether it's commercial use or however the font license works, typically we'll buy licenses for 5 different machines, depending on who you get it through, or maybe it's just an Adobe font. But typically I might make a new folder in here and do something like this. If I threw the fonts in there with them. So just 2 asterisks, just so it goes to the top, or a space, whatever. And then I'd throw the fonts in here. And then all said and done, I've got this export logo samples. I would take this main folder and let's just call it Let's rename it. Uh-oh, my computer froze. Unfreeze. Oh, crap. We'll call this, ABC Co. Final Logo, whatever the heck it's going to be. All right. And then I would right click on this folder and I'll compress it on a Mac. On a PC, you'd zip it up. Okay. And then it leaves me with this 14 megabyte file that's a zipped folder, and I would email them or Dropbox them or whatever you want to do, this zipped folder. And that's it. So then when they get this folder, they double click on it or unzip it, and they get, it's going to call it Logo 2 because there's already a folder on my desktop. It's going to rename it. But look, they get all these assets for them to go crazy with. And yes, I do provide my clients with the original Illustrator file. I don't want my clients to feel like they're, typically by giving them the keys, they always come back to you anyway. Sometimes, I mean, if they want to move on to another artist, whatever, I don't really care. They paid me for my work. So I give them everything. Yeah, it just shows good faith, right? Being a good guy. So that's kind of how we do things. That was a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm ready to eat my lunch. Or did you already eat all of my food? But we don't have to turn it off yet. Let's jump back into the comments. Do we do any more giveaways? Or are we good?
Let's do another gift card giveaway.
Another gift card giveaway.
Maybe a coffee card.
I think I'm going to eat my food. Sounds so good. I can wait. All right.
Who's still here?
Last giveaway. We've got Milavi Designs. We've got Caitlin from the very beginning. She's a rock star. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this whole time, Caitlin. She won stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, cool. Go eat your food. Yes, I'm about to pass out. I hope you guys learned a ton. That was so much fun. Oh, don't close that yet. Classic Umbrella Co. So we pretty much, Dominic, you are welcome. Hardell, thank you. Let's see. Marcy, thanks guys. Yes. All right. So, oh, you can't even see. I'm just, this button here. I gotta fix that. All right. So this is pretty much the final look for the Classic Brella Association. That's fun. And you know what's funny about this? Okay. So the way this started, you guys, if you missed the stream, we did a random word generator. When I was in college, we did this exercise.
It is.
And it's the exact same colors. So the words I got to work with was voluptuous. And so I did a Voluptuous Skateboard Co. logo. And it's literally the exact same colors as this. Like, if I could pull that file up, it is the exact same thing. That's really funny. Dude, I'm pretty happy with this. I feel like this is a fun little thing. Maybe we should make a company, babe. Call it Classic Brella Co.
There you go.
All right, you guys, you're all awesome. This has been so much fun. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so next steps. If you guys like this video, if you can't like it now, once the stream ends, I think you can like it, but give it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you're not already. Get that notification bell tapped so you hear when I go live. The Behance, I'm streaming live on Behance with Adobe. That's awesome that we're streaming there right now. I don't know why I don't see those comments coming through my chat roll. So if you're watching on Behance, thank you for joining. Jenna's been watching the feedback there, but I can't bring you into my broadcast yet. So I'll get that figured out. I'll check that out. We'll get this all figured out. I will be going live a lot more. And if you want to learn more, I've got the graphic design bootcamp. You can follow. I've got the links posted, I think, but go to derekmitchell.com.
There's also those discounted vault links posted too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Discounted stuff. Lots of good stuff, guys. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. One last question. Let's see. My last question. What do you think anytime logo design and web design business? Okay.
Find a nice
Oh, you did.
As long as people are making
Yes.
graphic design,
Yes.
that's what you need.
Yes, absolutely. And there's plenty of room. I heard this, I don't know if it was Harvey McKay. No, it was somebody else. Gosh. Anyway, the world will always make room for you, right? So if you can become the best in the world at what you do, there's room. And granted, what? I was just going to say, like, obviously I'm not the best in the world, but there is space for what I do, and I've just gotten really good at it. There's space for you, and just keep pushing your craft and keep doing more of what you love and attracting more of what you love. So if you don't like designing business cards, don't design business cards. If you love logo design, then do more logos. If you want to build websites, do more websites, because whatever you do, you'll attract more of that. So that's my recommendation. There's plenty of room, guys. There was a stat about how many new companies were started every year. Like, there's just so much room. And you think about it this way, like, sure, there are the go-getters, the entrepreneurs who just want to figure it out themselves. You don't want to work with them anyway. Yeah, there's always room for somebody who's passionate about what they do. And by refining your craft and just continuing to press in, there will be so many opportunities for you guys. So thanks again, everybody. I'm going to tap out and go eat some food. You guys have been awesome. Be sure to join. I guess last is just join my email list, just so if you want to know when I go live, if you know, subscribe or whatever. I usually email. Go to DerekMitchell.com. Scroll to the bottom and join the newsletter. Awesome. All right, guys, you have been awesome. I will catch you all later. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. I hope you learned a lot of valuable information, and I appreciate you sticking around to the very end. But before you go, just a couple things I want to remind you. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to like this video if you can, depending on where you're watching from. Give it a thumbs up, or subscribe, or tap the bell, or give it a follow if you can. And also maybe even just copy the link up in the browser and share it with a friend, or post it to your Facebook page. I'd really appreciate that. But again, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and I'd love to continue going live as much as possible and helping you guys out. So the best way that I can help you is by you commenting on the videos below. I read those comments. I engage with them as soon as I can, if I can, when I see them. So if it's live, I'll try and answer you right away. If this is a replay, you can still comment on the video, and I go back and I read those. So I just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and let me know what you're working on. I'd love to help you out, and hopefully we will see you in the next live. And to be sure you don't miss it, like this video and subscribe and follow and do the things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.